You are listening to the decision reel.
Welcome to the Decision Reel, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday.
Do we try?
We try very hard. I would say 90% of the time it works every time.
60% of the time it works all the time. Look at my Zelda shirt.
Sex Panther. Wait, there's the Zelda. Ugh.
You gotta downshoot my titties right now.
I mean, I can't move it now that we're locked in.
I feel like now that I'm wearing glasses, I look like I'm on drugs.
Well, I mean, you look Robert Downey Jr.-esque.
I look good.
They're Pradas.
I look good as fuck. Where's that camera at?
Look at that guy. Look at that boy.
Baby.
Anybody listening on the podcast can tune into our YouTube channel and see how nicely this looks like right
These
here.
are Prada glasses.
He's wearing Prada glasses.
The only thing I wear is underwear.
I wear designer everything.
I spent money on
designer. Fruit of the Loom, baby.
Do not regret it.
And before we get too deep into this episode, I want to talk about what you guys just heard. A new intro produced by our boy Randall here with the solos on top of it by our boy Wally here.
And directed by our fucking fearless leader.
Thank you.
Scolzi.
I gave a couple suggestions as we were doing it. I said, hey, why don't you do the old R2-D2?
Don't fuck up, old man.
I did, yeah. I said, don't fuck up. And I will be very sincere here when I said, hey, Randall, why don't you make a new fucking intro? And he's like, yeah, I got it. 20 minutes later, yeah, he's like, here it is.
I was like, let's do it.
Yeah. And I will say it's pretty fucking sweet. We did make a new one because we've been copyright striked by that fucking song that we've had forever. I got it off a non-copyrighted music thing, and now apparently they're signed and their shit's copyrighted. So we made our own.
Bitch.
Sign these nuts.
Your boy over here knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we made our own better song. It's now the new Decision Reel theme song.
Look, if you want a Power Rangers thing, just ask me and these guys.
Exactly.
Got you locked down.
Yeah, if you guys do like the new theme song, let us know in the comments below on YouTube or wherever else on our Facebook and Instagrams. We're on there. Check us out. We also have a website at www.thedecisionreel.com. On that, we have merch. Yeah. If you want to support us, the best way right now, Randall's on it. I like it. If you want to support us, the best way you can do that right now, we're thinking about getting a Patreon, but we'll see, is going to our website, getting a t-shirt. There's a couple more than what you're seeing right now. Also, Wally's saying Truly's all day, every day. Randall's there
for
with
sponsors left and right here.
We're trying. We're out here. We're doing our thing.
Truly inebriated is what that's.
Yes, our boys.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Our boys, Randall and Wally, have been on the beach.
Oh, fucking day.
Down by the beach.
I wasn't wearing any clothes. Matter of fact, they cleared the beach because I was naked.
There was a whale out there. A white
looked like
whale.
I was wearing a bathing suit, but it was just hair around my midsection.
The old grundle.
Also, Steve needs to play catch up.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I had 2 of these fucking whatever IPA bullshits that are
the
9.
From last week that you said were good.
They were good until I had to chug them. These things right here, the tree, I don't know what they are. They're the... What is it?
Start calling them Alpaca Steve.
Tropical Bear Hug Imperial IPA from Goose Island Beer Company.
Oh, Goose Island.
We're not going to trash them because I'll take a sponsorship. 9.9% alcohol. I went through those pretty quick.
Is that local?
No, Goose Island. Grass. No, Goose Island's not. No. What's the other? Devil's Backbone is kind of local. They're in Virginia.
Are you just making
I've been to. No. I've been to their. I've been to their actual brewery, and it's very nice. Me and Brent, who is not here this week, we and him went
the one
to
alcoholic that's not here.
Yeah, the actual alcoholic is not here.
Well, not through Monday through Sunday. Or
you
Thursday.
went to alchemist class. Bartender class.
He actually is a bartender. He went and got
artesian. If you will.
I'm a sandwich artist.
He worked for Subgay.
Subgay. That's funny. No, so me and Brent we went to the Devil's Backbone Brewery. It's very nice. I recommend it.
Old Devil's Backbone.
Yeah. But this week, the episode we are here to talk about is another foray. Chug
that, Steve.
Shut the fuck up. Into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. We're back here. This is the first phase 1. This is kicking off phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. Hold on.
Go. I'll ask you. So old fucking fine connoisseur of the Marvel Universe.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm inebriated. What is the first legitimate canon movie of today's Marvel Universe?
So on paper, this is the movie that kicks off phase 1 of the MCU.
Perfect.
This
so
came
they don't
out
consider like the first that Hulk movie.
So that actually came out
or anything like that. Or
no,
they're not there.
No. So this movie came out before the Incredible Hulk. I thought it was the other way around.
Oh,
but it's not. So they thought that the Incredible Hulk was actually going to be a good extra movie, and it just kind of crashed. And that was the movie that kind of was whatever. So
but
this movie
So you had Iron Man, but Captain America, the first Avenger.
Well, if you're going chronologically, which you've done, because we did that last episode.
Yeah.
This is again picked by Randall this week. The Iron Man, the Iron Man. I like that better actually. It shouldn't be Iron Man. It should be the Iron Man.
You have Captain America, the first Avenger.
Right, is chronologically ahead of this movie.
Yeah.
There's actually another movie that's chronologically ahead of this, but you skipped it, which is Captain Marvel.
Chronologically.
Chronologically.
We're about to get into
in
Star
the
Wars
80s.
territory where it's like episode 1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah,
5,
right.
6.
Right.
So it's in the 80s, but it's also not in the 80s.
Is it in the 80s? I don't think Iron Man's in the 80s. I think Iron
No.
Man
We're talking about
Iron Man is not.
Okay, so Captain America is definitely before that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah,
It is.
I'm there. That's fine.
But Captain Marvel was based.
Sound it out.
Sound it. Use your
So
consonants.
you had the 80s, but you also had the early 2000s.
No, so that
Captain
whole movie,
Marvel.
so Captain Marvel, the whole movie takes place in the 80s.
Yes. 100%. Blockbuster when she fucking into the block. When was the last time you watched Captain Marvel? Right?
Or it's either late 80s, early 90s, but that movie is 100% before
But I feel
this.
like for the story, it's not before Iron Man.
But it is.
It is.
Now, here's the thing. I would rather you do the movies in release date than chronologically, because you learn certain things release date before chronologically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because that's how they were released. So you're not going to know certain things. Like Thor, that movie obviously takes place after this movie, but if you go chronologically, you're supposedly knowing more things in that movie than whatever. Just like Captain Marvel, you know all the stuff that's happening, but if you watch it chronologically, you're like, why the fuck does this make sense?
It's the Star Wars thing, right? So the episodes 1, 2, and 3
exactly.
Well, they came out after, you know.
But if you watch watch them first, they don't make sense because there's a lot of throwbacks
so weird
and a lot of stuff.
conceptually, right? So as
You were so red.
I know I'm so fucking.
They were at the beach again.
I've been at the beach all day, Bernie.
Down by the
I've been out
beach.
there.
Simpson.
I was there all day. But anyways, Star Wars is kind of this weird concept, right? Where we all saw like A New Hope on those first 3. We saw them first,
Right.
Randall, you're an oddball out, so we
He
won't
is. Yeah. No.
But I'm sure Steve saw the first 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw those come out, and then in the 2000s we saw the other 3. So in our brains,
what, was episode 1 like 98 or 99 or something?
98,
Whatever.
2000.
The
You know
same
what I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah, same thing.
and we saw those. So it's all fucking construed.
Now
It's
that's
all
pod
weird.
racing.
Yeah, it's all weird. It's a weird concept.
It is. And
That's why
again,
Star
going
Wars is
back
like
and
that for me.
watching Star Wars, which I really hope somebody picks a Star Wars movie. Going back and watching, if you'd watch episode 1, 2, and 3, they don't make sense.
The movies are weird.
They're very
Like,
weird, but
genuinely weird.
there's so many throwbacks and so many like weird things, weird choices.
I watched The Phantom Menace the other day.
the Phantom Menace.
The
This
Phantom
thing's just
Menace.
rolling on you. Look at this. It's just go.
Zoom into my face real quick. So
It's
this
just-
mic
Ooh.
is just like, hi.
It doesn't.
It's
do
just
that with
moving.
me.
Moving on. You gotta.
Penis.
It's the.
You gotta
keep
bend,
going
you gotta
down.
bend
You gotta-
the middle part.
You gotta bend it.
Bend the middle.
Bend that. Oh no, that's not how you bend it.
You take it off the table.
Oh Jesus. There it is. Now bend it there.
you go.
Yeah, and then it
My
should
name
stay.
is. They call me Bennett.
They call me bend it like Beckham.
There you go. See,
Oh, we're
it's
locked
fine.
in now. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
I just gotta
Hey,
lean a little bit.
you're
Zelda
good.
shirt.
He's gonna lean
Stop moving.
titties.
I didn't move at all. I've been in the same spot. I know I'm burnt. Jesus Christ.
It's not picking
Anyways.
up very well on the camera, but yeah, you are pretty red.
I'm
sir.
a little red.
Talking about Phantom Menace, I want you to
Phantom
show the
Penis.
camera, the Phantom Penis, what you're working on that arm real quick.
Oh, can we get a good view of this?
Maybe you got to get into it. He's got Darth Maul going on the arm right there, and I'm so fucking excited because have you started watching the Obi-Wan
Go
series?
towards me. Come towards
there,
me.
that's it, that's
there
it.
you go.
It's right there.
There you go.
And then below that, he's got some Dragon Ball Z shit going on.
Yeah, it's gay, but I like it.
It's gay, but I like it.
It's gay, but I like the story of my life. It's kind of gay, but
Necessary?
I like it. Is it necessary to drink my own urine?
No, but it's
But
sterile.
and I like to taste.
And I like the taste.
He was crushed by 2 tons of Hallmark irony.
Speaking of that, we did review Dodgeball a couple weeks back.
Two
Great,
episodes ago.
2 episodes ago.
Houlihan.
Great episode. Fucking go back and watch it. If you really liked it, give us a like and a favorite on it. Come on, fucking do some shit.
I
On
heard
social
every
media.
bit of those words you just
Thank
said.
you. I'm trying to sound it out. Phonics works for me.
Found it out.
I did
By the
hooked on
way-
phonics. My parents thought I was slow.
By the way, Iron Man, we're going to get to the release date on this, but Incredible Hulk released on June 13th, 2008. The release of Iron Man was May 2nd, 2008. So it was literally
close?
Yeah,
Really?
like
What?
a month later.
Going for it.
Maybe they were swinging for the fences with that shit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
this
it
going.
worked.
So, the plot of Iron Man 1 reads as follows. After being held captive in an Afghan cave, billionaire engineer Tony Stark creates a unique weaponized suit of armor to fight evil.
All I can think of is
Hold on.
Go
That's
ahead.
it.
Evil.
All I can think of is Bridges
Jeff Bridges.
complaining to his fucking guys. like,
Tony Stark built this with a box was in a cave
Yeah,
with a box
exactly.
of scraps.
yeah, that's all I can think about. That's all I can think about. Surprisingly, that I'm surprised they casted him as the bad guy.
So
this.
we're gonna get to this in a bit. There's
okay.
there's some cool shit about this movie and the pre-production or how this movie came about.
Yeah.
Just because where this is and why this came about at this time and who directed it and all this shit.
So Jon Favreau, right?
Jon Favreau.
This is numero uno. So they didn't think. No, hold on. So I have questions for
Can you
Miss
hear
Scalzi, right? What you fart?
No.
My jaw just cracked.
Oh
Cracking it?
Jesus Christ! Okay, so
Nothing.
Nothing.
Questions.
Okay, I can hear it.
for
It's
old
in my
for
head.
old for,
Let me-
old Daddy Miscolzi over here.
All right.
So Marvel questions, right? So when we were young, we were kids. We're older. than
He's
Randall,
getting
so
the
Randall
Old
didn't
Bay.
fuck
We
this
got
up.
the Old Bay
Sponsor
goldfish
us.
going.
I would
Sponsor
love
us, goldfish. Goldfish sponsor us. That would be
Everything we
hilarious.
have on this podcast. So
Yes.
okay, so Marvel Universe, right?
Got it.
This is it. This
This
is the
Prada's look
starting,
good,
right?
bud.
What'd you say?
Pradas. They're good.
Pride is.
Like 'em. The Pradas.
I'm
look
listening.
Good.
Phase 1.
Phase
right?
1.
So this is the start.
Yes.
Numero uno. Is this where he negotiated a 7%? Where he was like,
Robert Downey Jr. No.
was it later on?
So
it was
at
later.
this point, Robert Downey Jr.
I have
is,
questions. You're going to do all the layups.
I
right?
will. Sure. Yes. I will. I will. You're doing the layup. I'm answering the question. I'm
Well,
dunking it.
I'm kind of doing that fucking like, I'm doing this, and then you're fucking like, alley-oop.
Yeah, alley-oop. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
He's
exactly,
got it. He's got
exactly.
it.
So Robert Downey Jr. at this point is not a big Hollywood star anymore because of what he went through.
Yeah,
He-
the drugs.
the drugs,
fucking crazy-
all this stuff.
hell of a drug.
He was basically thrown out of Hollywood, and nobody would
Yes.
bank on him. So he was cast in this movie, and I do have some fun facts about it. Where
We'll get to those.
we will get to those. We may have an updated fun fact theme song. By the way, I might have
Are we
updated
upping
everything
the
here.
ante now?
No, we're upping shit. We're upping it all.
Fucking level.
We're revamping with a new theme song. I felt like we might have some new other stuff. going
Original
on.
theme song, by the way.
Yeah, and it's
done
very
by
good. Very
all of
good.
us.
I will again give props to Randall.
Prompts? Like, are we doing a play?
Look, I
this
chugged
is-
2 of those 9.9s.
Oh, thank God.
I'm trying to get on you guys' level.
10%
Me and Randall drove here, and we were
Oh
like,
my
okay, we're going to
God.
barely make it. We got to make Steve drink.
get this motherfucker lit. What was I saying?
Okay. We were talking about. So I asked you about the entry level of this movie and like Jeff Bridges and shit like that. But I don't know after that where we were going. I'm like,
so that's that. Yeah, that's definitely not a question. So I'm just gonna take it and say that Robert Downey Jr. definitely took this role to try to revitalize his career, and let's be real, it worked. It worked.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
It worked.
So Iron Man 1, where to watch it? You can watch it only with a subscription on Disney Plus. You can rent it though with Randall laughing in the background on YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV,
for the laughing.
And Vudu. Yeah, the laughing comes with a very high price, $10.99. I was going to ask you guys earlier, because I knew you didn't watch it, if you wanted to come here and do a commentary over the movie and then do the episode.
Let's do that with Tropic Thunder. If you want to, next week, let's revamp. If we want to kick off the whole idea of redoing stuff better, Tropic Thunder and the commentary would be great during their commentary before they dip out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, be fucking funny. Robert D. Jr.
does commentary.
Exactly.
He does the commentary in character.
Oh,
so he's playing the dude, disguised as a dude.
Dressed as another dude.
Yeah.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker.
He's like, put your cell phone in the fucking helmet. He's like, I'm 1963 legitimate. I got no cell phone.
You shred it like a julienne salad.
Keep going.
He's like,
where are we at?
Hey, give me that map. You think of Lance Dice dangling from your forehead.
You sure? All right. Give me that map.
Give me that map. Give me that map.
That's a theme song to the Jefferson. Just because it's a theme song don't mean it's not true.
Don't mean not true. What do you mean, you people?
Better pump your brakes, kid. That man's a national treasure.
He did too good at all of that.
I'm not a big like Joe Rogan guy, right? But I watch selective podcasts.
Sure.
Here we go.
Suck my dick, Brandon.
Suck it.
You.
Whatever. He's got good shit and he doesn't. Fucking suck my ass.
Suck my ass.
He had the episode where he had Jamie Foxx on, and Jamie Foxx was like gave him a black stamp of approval. I was like, yeah.
And that's the thing, right?
What the fuck? That was amazing.
I know we'll get to it if we do the revisited.
It does. Jamie Foxx is black as shit, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people of all time.
What was Horrible Bosses? Color. He was motherfucker Jones.
I snuck into my mother's bedroom. What is he like? He's like, and then the best part was like, and then I reached into her purse. I was like, oh, God. No. So basically, what you're alluding to with Jamie Foxx saying that, you know, Robert Downey Jr. could get away with what he did. The reason for it, and we talked about this on episode 2 of the Decision Reel. If anybody wants to go back, episode 2, by the way, we're on 71. We're going to do it.
Or is it 70? This is 70 or 71? 70. No, this is 71. Yeah, 70 was Gross Point Blank. Is basically that.
Don't worry.
Where the fuck is that douche?
Douche Canoe's fucking doing his thing.
Douche Kayak. He's not even a name anymore.
He's not even here.
He's the douche silo. Anyways, so Robert Downey Jr. could get away with it because he wasn't making fun of African Americans. He was just playing an African American.
The dude. He was playing the dude.
Disguised as a dude.
Dressed
as another dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? You have all these other movies that are like making fun of things or trying to like.
I think that's it. I think that's it. So
exactly.
You have to. I'm not going to quote the movie, right? But
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
There's a loophole, right? So he was a Australian person. You get
I don't know if that came off on the microphone, 100%. But I sneezed like a motherfucker right there.
He played an Australian playing a black guy,
Kirk Lazarus,
but it was also like pretty out there.
Oh yeah,
so he's such a good actor.
He is.
Scorcher 7.
It was amazing. RDJ's the shit. And this,
you know what?
I don't give a fuck about Iron Man. This put him on the map.
But even Iron Man, like he is such a good actor in the whole movie. Like everything that he has.
My next tattoo is him in the donut.
Oh, where are you putting that at?
Let's go on the back
Randy's
of the arm.
Donuts.
The back of the arm.
So I got So I have.
Look at you.
Oh yeah, I'm so fucking cool. I have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and then I have RDJ and that donut with the sunglasses on.
Good for you.
Some Prada, fucking, you know.
He's gonna have Prada glasses on.
They actually look.
I don't.
Those are $400.
Yes.
Why would you get $400?
I don't know.
Why don't you just get some?
Did you buy them,
dude?
You bought them.
Yeah.
That's the worst decision of your life.
Right? That's what I was saying.
Yeah. $400 sunglasses.
They're not even dark. I fucked up.
They just look like regular glasses.
Yeah.
Go spend money on toilet paper.
I know, right?
Wipe your ass. I wouldn't fucking do it.
The screenplay of Iron Man 1 was written by Mark Fergus, Hawk Otsby. What a great name. Hawk Otsby. Art Markham, and Matt Holloway. It's based on the comic by Stan Lee, Larry Hleiber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby.
Jack
Kirby, yes.
Kirby.
I always appreciate how they don't stray too terribly far from like certain comic books. It depends on the one.
Good.
So like if you
Iron Man's definitely kind of strayed far from what
Iron
it
Man
was.
specifically
now, but the first one,
the first few starting movies, right? So like Thor, the three big ones. So you have Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America. Those three specifically do a little bit of a dance away from Steve, you keep fucking high pitching me.
I don't give a fuck.
Finish your Truly.
But if you jump a little
Look
bit
at my
later
black
down the
Truly.
road,
this is a special edition black Truly.
let me talk.
No, I'm sorry. Continue.
When you get further down is when they started paying more attention. Clearly started because they started getting criticized for not being too close to the comics or to the original fucking
Iron
format.
Man was fucking on point.
But it depends. It depends. No one cared about Iron Man for the first Iron Man movie. No one liked Iron Man before the first Iron Man movie.
So yeah, Iron Man was like pitched to studios for years, but
Yeah,
everybody
no one-
went, this is not
like
a big character.
Batman.
Right. This isn't a big character. Nobody wants to see
Exactly.
Iron Man on the screen, right? So they had to definitely change
what I'm
it
saying?
up. Yeah.
It's weird talking to people now and asking them how they felt about Iron Man before they saw the movie because no one gave a shit before the movie came out.
So I hate to always go back to the 94 Spider-Man animated
Here we go.
series.
The
Don't shut the fuck up.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's
and
so
it
good.
paints such a good picture of Marvel in the universe that anybody who's never seen that, go back and watch it. It's on Disney Plus. I'm staring at you. Fucking watch it. That is Spider-Man
You
to
saw
me.
the old Toby ones, right? You've seen all of them? Yeah, it's great.
And a scene
What,
that a
bitch?
hero can
I was complaining. Oh,
save us.
you say that now. Oh, hold on. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
breath. I thought you were going to talk shit.
Let's talk about this. No,
Let's do it.
So we all watched the new movie, right? We watched the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Steve watched it. I watched it.
We cried.
Randall, you watched
We
it?
cried together holding hands in theaters.
Tom
I got
Holland is
misty.
fucking great.
Hold on. Tom is okay, but let's.
No.
Garfield did. Hold on. He's the one that's got blue balled. Like
Yes.
100%.
No, he did. Yeah. You're
Okay,
right.
no. So what I want to talk about is the music. So Steve brought up the fucking. Was it Nickelback? Is it Nickelback?
No,
That does that? Who
well
does
so
that
yeah, it's
song?
Nickelback, say Hero, with
If
Josie
they-
Scott from Saliva.
If they fucking hit
Here's my
that
hero.
song
There goes
when
my hero.
fucking Toby came
Hero.
on screen,
Oh, it'd have been amazing.
I would have fucking cried. I would have weeped. I would have chugged my Slurpee. I would have. It was so exactly. Why didn't they do that?
I know.
They did a great job.
Why not, right?
A hero to save us.
Not gonna stand here and wait.
Fucking goddamn opportunity missed, man. Yeah, not me. Opportunity missed.
What a good laugh.
That song is iconic as fuck.
It really is.
For
and
that.
and it's
100%.
it's fucking amazing. And you know what?
God damn it. Go ahead, Steve. Put it on. We're about to get fucking DCA'd or whatever it is. Yeah.
Hero can save us.
You know what we should be as a so I had this epiphany, Steve. I had this epiphany. I talked to you guys about it last week.
Butt rock band, let's go.
Kind of, right? So I was like,
I-
everyone
don't
on this
even
podcast,
fucking tell me.
Even the
Cold face.
fucking douche canoe that's not here is
Cuck
so he's
sucking
the singer,
motherfucker,
right?
That cuck. Yeah.
But Randall plays bass. Randall plays everything. I play guitar. I kind of play everything.
We have a full band here.
And
What
then
are we doing?
He plays drums, and
I dabble.
he also kind of plays everything.
I dabble.
Why are we
You
not doing a
underestimate
band?
yourself. And It's very annoying.
Why don't we? Why,
I'm not-
what are we doing?
You underestimate yourself.
I'm a humble person.
You're a bitch.
I'm an okay drummer. Everybody thinks I'm like this.
Oh my
Dude,
God,
you're so
Wally.
good.
Keep going.
I'm
Shut
good
the
at
fuck up.
I'm good at 4/4.
Shut
That's
the
it.
fuck
Shut
up.
up.
Keep telling me how you're
God.
humble, Steve. Jesus Christ.
I'm an okay drummer. I'm an okay drummer.
Shut the fuck up. Anyways,
Keep going.
I'm gonna make a Twitch channel and I'm just gonna play fucking emo music and just like cover songs.
Good.
And, yeah.
we should do stuff like that.
That would be great.
We should, yeah. We've talked about instead of doing a live stream in the basement down here.
Why did we do a country band together?
Why did we do a country band?
Yeah, we've been friends since we were fucking babies, and we did a country band.
Yeah, so real quick for anybody playing the home game that doesn't know, me and Wally used to be in a country band. It was called the Chip Wood Band because his name was literally fucking Chip Wood.
It was a great band.
I play for Philip Michael.
But we probably play. Steve does not play country music, and I don't.
I hate country music.
I don't hate it, but it's just not my forte.
I like early 90s to 98 country music.
So real
this is going to sound
music.
super homosexual. I like the Dixie Chicks.
Dixie Chicks,
they're
real
great country music.
Until Bush, they said something about Bush and they got canceled.
What did their name turn into? What was there? There was like Dixie Ladies or something.
Dixie Ladies. We're the Dix Chicks.
We're the fucking dicks.
I'd watch it.
Anyways,
where are we at?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, this
podcast.
There's a podcast here that we're gonna be on the rails or something. Anyways, so this is directed by Jon Favreau. Anybody who doesn't know who Jon Favreau is,
he's become the golden child for this shit recently, right? So Marvel, Star Wars, he's it's amazing the shit he's done.
Yeah, so I wanted to get into that. So he actually directed Elf and Zathura. Good. Anybody who has not seen Zathura needs to watch it. Elf, I'm not a big fan of Elf.
Elf was great. What are you talking about?
I watched it once and I went, all right, cool. And then after that, I'm not about it. Like Santa Claus, I'll watch every Christmas. But Elf
is a Christmas classic now. Whether
fight
you
me.
Like it or
fight
not,
me.
Good.
Fight
all
me.
Right.
It's annoying.
You might not like it, but it is a Christmas classic now.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not. Elf is
I will agree with you that it is
Yeah.
definitely a Christmas classic that people like, but personally,
yeah.
I won't watch it.
That's fine. I'll take that. That's fine.
It's fine.
I'd rather watch Tim Allen do his Santa Claus.
Galaxy Quest next week is Steve's choice, right?
Next week it's not Galaxy Quest, but it is my pick.
We're not done with Iron Man.
Keep
going.
We're actually going to have
go ahead, Steve.
We're actually going to have a special guest on next week, but we'll get to that later at the end. Okay. So, anyways, no, you're here because Brent's not here next week too. Brent's fucking gone. Yeah. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Brent's like, hey, I'm out for 2 weeks. That's fine. He can do what he needs to do. Yeah. What I wanted to keep saying is Zathura. Oof. Shut the fuck up. I chugged those two things, all right?
Open that right now.
I'm on this one.
We should have kept the other ones for him.
Probably. Zathura.
I can't believe we drank.
Zathura. If you like Jumanji, this is the space version of that movie.
It's great, by the way.
It's really good. So watch it.
You've seen that, right? That's more of your age. Zathura is more of your age.
Fucking the dude from Hunger Games is in it.
The weird one.
Liam.
The short guy.
No, the short guy who ended up being on fucking Future Man, which if anybody has not seen Future Man, fucking watch Future Man.
Watch that. I watched a couple episodes. It's actually
so
good.
It's so good.
What is his name?
Josh is something.
Well, in Hunger Games, like Prita or something like that, but I don't know his real name.
Talking about
Perda.
Actor name.
I don't remember anything in my life.
Real name.
All I know is I'm wearing these Prada glasses. I look fine.
Josh Hutcherson. Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah. There we go.
Tim Robbins is also in that movie. I love Tim Robbins.
He's the redhead, right?
Yeah.
No. He's definitely
just like redhead.
No, he's definitely blackish brown. I don't know. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Don't worry.
Cool. Iron Man is starring Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, Jeff Bridges as Obadiah Stane, Terrence Howard as Rhodey, Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts, Leslie Bibb as Christine Everhart, Sean Toob as Yinsen, Farhan Tahir as Raza, Clark Gregg as Agent Coulson, Jon Favreau Agent Coulson, Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan, and Peter
Coulson in this?
Billingsley as William Ginter Riva. Coulson is the guy that keeps coming up saying, sure. Coulson is the guy that keeps saying, hey.
I know who Coulson is, but when he was, so it's been a while. I know this movie very well.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So these guys didn't actually watch the movie. I'm the only person who actually sat down and watched the movie. I don't care. Agent Coulson is the guy that keeps coming up to Pepper Potts and Robert Downey Jr. saying, "Hey,
in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D."
Right, he keeps saying, "Hey, I'm with the
he fucking gets killed
logistics.
by
Loki, we need to have a meeting." Who does he get killed by?
Loki. He gets killed by Loki. Fucking kiss my butt.
Does he though?
Well, kind of, but kiss my starfish.
That was actually pretty good. Nobody could hear that, but we saw you turn.
Just fucking get a little lean
and just
in,
let it out. I like
Anyways.
it. Iron Man is rated PG-13 for some intense sequences of sci-fi action and violence and brief suggestive content.
Ooh, suggestive.
I know. The runtime on this guy is 126 minutes.
Perfect.
I don't think this movie's
want
long.
It longer than that?
For us,
it's perfect.
It's fine.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yes.
If we had another member tonight,
he could suck my starfish.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we call every butthole a starfish from here on out?
From here on out.
Please.
So this was released, like we talked about earlier, on May 2nd, 2008.
When we were babies.
I know, it doesn't seem that long ago, does
We're all
it?
babies.
God damn.
Randall was a baby.
Randall was
baby.
10.
Yeah, Randall was a
Eighth
baby,
grade.
baby.
I was 12.
I was close.
Baby. Me and Steve were babies.
13?
Do math.
We were 2 years out of high school when this movie came out.
95.
So yeah, 2005, you would have been 10.
13.
Plus
Here we
3.
go.
There you go. Good for you.
Jesus Christ.
Carry the one.
Don't worry, I'm here.
It was filmed from March 12th, 2007 through June 25th, 2007 in basically
movie was made that
California
fast?
in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I see Las Vegas being a scene, but
So if you think about it, Las Vegas was barely anything.
When did Randy's Donuts come into play?
Second movie.
yeah.
Second one?
Yeah. That's the tattoo I'm getting, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy Donuts.
A lot of people do not like Iron Man 2 or 3.
I think they're all great.
I really like Iron Man 2. I know people don't like...
I think 3 is the most lackluster out of the group.
For sure. I do like the Extremis or whatever it is.
Say that again?
Extremis? Where they like...
Extremist?
Where they overheat and blow up.
Extremist?
It's Extremis, I thought.
I don't know.
Where they like get hot and blow up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the third one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that storyline.
Yeah.
And I like how they tried to bring in the
Mandalorian.
not the Mandalorian.
We're combining Star Wars now.
Fuck Jon Favreau. The 10 Rings, the Mandarin, and I like how they tried to do that, but it was fake. I like that. Like people were so ready for it to be the Mandarin,
I'm
and it
so
wasn't.
glad that they chose him. What's his name? Do you know his name, Steve? The actor that does
Trevor
Slattery. And Shang-Chi, him and Shang-Chi is the shit.
it was so good.
He's the comedy
It was
relief
so
in Shang-Chi.
good.
It's
Shang-Chi was
fucking good.
great.
Thank you.
I'm so glad other
We
people
got 2
think that.
years till we get there.
We got 2 years at least.
We'll be there, guys.
We'll
Don't worry.
be there. There's a Marvel short that came out after that movie. It's called Hail to the King. If you haven't seen it, it is on Disney Plus. It's hilarious. It's him basically in prison
Shang-Chi?
talking to
Between the
the
two movies.
the Mandarin.
Yeah.
It's not Mandarin.
Okay.
Trevor
Mandarin,
Slattery.
yeah.
Him talking to not Agent Coulson, some other like SHIELD agent and stuff, and he's being like interrogated. It's really good.
Did Agent Carter get a boob job?
No, she's natural.
She's so beautiful. Oh my God.
I will say she is a very beautiful woman.
Agent
Agent
beautiful.
Agent Carter is a good show.
What's her name? Colby Smulders?
No,
You just make that up.
Colby Smulders is the
Colby
person.
Smulders.
She's in Avengers.
She is.
I think of
yes.
X-Files.
You're Haley Atwell is
Yeah. okay.
Agent Carter.
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
Sorry.
I'll take her on a nice dinner date.
And never call her again.
A nice lobster dinner date.
I'll call her every time.
Will you though?
All of them.
I would.
Anyways, it's Ben Kingsley who is
That
Trevor
there you go.
Slattery. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right, budget time. What do we think it cost to make Iron Man 1? Wally, hold on. That's not it.
That makes it so much better.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
Like
that.
that.
Oh. Oh, da, da. Ma, ma,
Pick
na, na,
your
ma,
number,
ma.
sir.
I'm going to go 35 mil.
35.
All right.
This
Randall.
This is out the gate, but kind of
43 million.
I would have went lower then. Why are you going higher? Are you really going to go higher? Okay.
43 million. You're thinking it's 43 million to make Iron Man 1 in 2007.
Yeah, I would have went lower.
Sweet. It's 140 million.
Oh my God.
You guys are way off.
Holy shit.
Wait. I had to do it. I had to do it. I did. I revamped everything,
Steve,
guys.
Yes. That's way
like
better.
that.
That's way better.
Yeah. I don't know. What was this sitting here? Yeah, exactly.
What we got going on?
You know, I'm just doing some shit. I'm just doing some shit over here. So, box office. What do we think this movie made overall globally?
My turn.
Hey, guess
Wally,
what?
pick a beer.
Pick a beer?
Yeah,
You say pick a beer? We only have Trulies. That's not even a fucking beer,
Truly.
bro.
I mean, it's a seltzer.
Okay, so gross.
What do we think it made overall?
Oh, this was so
Worldwide. Iron Man 1, 2008. This is definitely, it was a big movie.
Well, now that you said the fucking...
good. 257 mil.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Randall?
185.
185.
Yeah.
Look at that. Right at the end of it. Opening weekend numbers, $98.6 million. Opening weekend.
That's
That makes
fucking weekend.
that's fucking insane.
Good for them.
Overall box office globally, $585.8 million.
Well, you gotta think, if they spent 100, right? If they spent 100 on this,
They made 400
and they made any
mil?
less, no. So if they made any less than a 200, it would have been as big as it was.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They would have had to have made 3, 4, 5 to keep doing what they did.
Which they
Like
did.
100%.
They did. They kept going.
Good for them.
Yeah. What? How many movies are we up in the MCU right now? Like
We're at
20,
20.
23, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So,
Which is why
Do
it's
you
gonna
know,
take 2
Muscoli,
years
question.
to get to a certain
connoisseur
movie.
question.
Connoisseur.
That's what we'll call this, right? Connoisseur
The
question.
connoisseur hour.
So he negotiated 7%, right? Do you know when that happened?
I don't know exactly what the percentage is.
I think
that
it's
was
7%.
the
I think it's
second
Iron
movie.
Man 2 or it's Avengers when he made that
Okay.
deal.
Because I know it's under 10%.
Well, wasn't
But I don't know when it started or which movie it started with. I don't think you have the clout to discuss percentages until
Robert
you
Downey
get that
Jr.
fucking
had the clout
5.
to do that for the first Iron Man.
No,
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
Definitely
No,
not.
he
No,
did
you're
not.
crazy. There's no way. There's
He
no
did
way.
not. I know that as a fact. He did not.
So maybe I
You
think
friends with him?
You don't know that I'm not.
fucking Steve sending him fucking letters to his little windmill house that he has. You know what I'm talking about?
Please talk to
Yo,
me,
man,
sir.
I need to know. Look, what fucking Iron Man 2. I need to know exactly what.
Tell me how much you
get there.
made.
I think he was like 7% after this movie.
It's like
I don't know that for a
So
fact.
I have fun facts
I'm
coming
guessing.
up.
I'm guessing.
That's going to get into this a little bit.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing.
tune
That's
in
what I'm
later to the episode to
Stick
find
around.
out.
Iron Man
buddies.
2 is like 2 of my picks later.
You're right.
almost
Yeah,
there.
you're
Okay.
you're
We have
right.
one
Yeah.
in between, I think.
If you want to do Incredible Hulk, sure.
I'm not doing
We're going to get there when we get there. We have my pick, then
Yes.
Wally's pick, then Brent's
Brent,
pick,
and
and
then
then
mine.
back to you.
we get
If
a
Brent's
month.
still on this podcast, we
Get
don't
him.
know.
Is
What the
he?
fuck is he doing? That piece
I
of
don't
shit.
know. That
Is
fucking
he?
cuck.
Cuck.
That fucking cuck.
Brent, you fucking cuck.
Kissing my girlfriend first time.
I haven't spent time with my girlfriend in 11 days.
Well, you know
Top
what?
10.
I don't have a girlfriend, you fucking cocksucker.
Top 10 that weekend.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
2000 what?
2008.
Oh.
May, what did I say?
Summertime. 2008.
May 2nd, 2008. Number 10, 88 minutes.
Wait, what?
That's with Scarface. Al Pacino.
Pacino? Okay. Pachinko.
Pachinko.
Al Pachinko.
And number 9, 21.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
Not as big as this movie. I'll tell you that right
No,
now.
definitely not. Number 8, Prom Night.
What?
That was like a slasher type movie that came out.
I don't
Prom
think
Night.
anything else
I think I saw that.
could
It
be,
wasn't
minus
good.
maybe a teeny bopper, could be named Prom Night. Anyways, keep going. My bad.
Number 7, Nims Island.
What?
Nims Island.
The
Nim
fuck is
sounds
that?
familiar. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Number 6, The Forbidden Kingdom.
Have you seen Mims Island?
I have
Also,
not
Oh,
like
yeah.
once.
Sounds familiar.
The Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's forbidden, and it's a kingdom.
But you can't go there.
But you can't go there. Number 5, one of my favorite comedy movies of all time, which I will watch whenever I see it that it's on TV, or when I'm like scrolling through Netflix and I'm like, I guess. Yeah. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Ooh, that's good.
Well, you want to get started quoting this now or later?
Right?
You know what my favorite movie?
Inside of you. I just went from 6 to midnight.
The best, hold on. The best fucking scene in that movie is when the big fucking Hawaiian guy walks into his room. He's like, "Are those sad tissues or those happy tissues?"
Bit of both. Or when they're killing the pig.
Oh yeah,
I'm so sorry.
No. When they're at dinner, he's like, "Did you listen to my mixtape?" He's like, "You fucking piece of shit. This is my fucking mixtape."
I just, went on with the rest of my life.
It's so good. I deserve a design award.
And he's like, "Oh look, I got wine all over the nice shirt you bought me."
Did you watch the part where it's like extras and he's talking about how he like pulled his fucking nutsack skin over his face and put honey all over it?
No.
Oh my god! Watch the extras with that, please. It's so good.
I've lost a slipper. It looks like this, but it's the opposite.
Other one.
The other one. It's twin, if you will.
Russell Brand is underrated as fuck.
He is and he isn't.
Well, in real life,
his
shtick
is
movie is.
Yeah, his shtick is definitely the same all the time, and it kind of got worn out. But Get Him to the Greek definitely is a great movie.
Ooh, Furry Walls.
Furry Walls. The clap.
Oh my god.
Fucking Puff Daddy in that movie is amazing.
So random.
Chocolate Daddy.
So fucking. So random. Anyways.
I'm eating my own
Number
head.
4.
What? Number 4?
You keeping track?
Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay.
Ooh,
That's the second one, right?
The second one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
The first one was
White Castle.
So I want to say something that's kind of like fucked up, but hilarious. So I've been trying to get Sonny, who owns Tap House, on this show for the longest
Indian
time.
person we know. Is that what you're saying right now?
I talked to him the other day. He wants to be on the podcast. He's going to make his, he's going to figure out time, but he wants to fucking review Harold and Kumar.
Oh my god, it's
It
perfect.
was his choice.
It was his choice.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not fucked up.
No, it's perfect. Perfect.
It is pretty. It's
fine
yeah,
with him.
it's funny. It's funny. I do think my favorite Harold and Kumar is the Christmas movie, only because Neil Patrick Harris comes back, and his fucking scenes in that is so good.
Neil Patrick.
I was talking about How I Met Your
NPH.
Mother,
Yeah.
like to Darius State. I think that's one of my favorite
much.
characters.
Oh, it's great.
And like so I was going through like The Office, Regan Park. Him and that TV show is so good.
It's good.
They're fucking
The bro
slap
code.
off. Him and what's the thing?
Yeah.
When they're like, he's like just scared.
Yeah.
The whole time that he's gonna get fucking slapped. Slapsgiving. Yes.
Slapsgiving.
Yes. Oh my god, it's so good. It's
The
so
good
fucking
thing about that show is people will say like, "Oh, this is stupid" or whatever.
No.
It's
fuck
Ted.
you.
It's Ted misremembering because he's telling the story to his kids,
entire
right?
time.
So he's misremembering how things happened.
Yeah.
So you can say that, oh well, this is too over the top and whatnot. Well, it's just him telling the story.
Yeah.
That and Seinfeld has my two they're my two favorite like concept. I don't know how to explain this. Like every episode has such a deep, weird fucking thing.
I get
so
what
like
you're saying.
How I Met Your the toothbrush
Spit it.
episode. The toothbrush.
That's a great episode. Yeah.
But that reminds me
Everybody's
so
using it.
much
Yeah.
of Seinfeld, where
Right.
Seinfeld dives deep into like I remember Kramer cooking fucking food like dinner in the shower.
Amazing.
But that's the kind of ideas that I love and stuff like that. Like something that honed in that's so fucking weird. So good.
Puts
It's so
the
good.
fucking
Anyways.
disposal in his shower.
I know. And then he tells them that I just washed this fucking cabbage in my salad. And everyone's like, oh.
Yeah. I will say, yeah. So I have to be partial to How I Met Your Mother just because there's so much Canadian dialogue on that show and how much they do with it.
Speaking of full circle, Marvel, the girl that's in that,
She's in Avengers.
she's so fucking
We kind of
beautiful.
talked about it earlier. Yeah.
She's so beautiful. What's her name? Steve, you know her name?
Colby
Colby
Smothers.
Smolders. I've said it 3 times
God,
now.
Randall, shut the fuck up. Let me
Sandcastles in
enjoy
the
myself.
sand.
Good looking.
Isn't she? Like
my
what the
God.
fuck?
She's like a
But you don't
old
see her
school
dolled
pretty.
up. But it's
No,
because you don't
she's
see
just
her
normal.
No, well,
Robin
kind of.
Daggers?
You don't
Like
see her
now.
dolled up. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
see
yeah.
her like full fledged like makeup.
Yeah.
and all these other things.
I'm with you.
And then when you do see her, you're like, oh.
She's like if you went to a bar and just like saw somebody.
You could have a friend for 10 years that never dressed up, and then all of a sudden they do, and then you're like blown away all of a sudden. That's what that is like.
Who are you?
It's her. Exactly.
Who are you? Who are you?
Where are you? Where did you come from? Anyways.
I like it. All right, top 3 that week in no particular order. Iron Man, obviously. Maid of Honor.
Oh, okay.
And Baby Mama. Where do we place them?
Iron Mama.
Iron Mama.
So Iron Man.
She's saying Iron Man number 1.
Yeah. Iron Man's got to be number 1. There's no way anything else is number 1. If you pick anything else, you're fucking crazy.
Okay.
So Iron Man. Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden. Maid of Honor.
Iron Maid of Honor.
Iron Maid of Honor. What a great band name. And then Baby Mama.
If I was a female cover band,
Iron Maid of Honor.
I'd be Iron Maid of Honor.
That's actually really good.
That's really good. Okay, all right, so Iron Man, Maid of Honor, and then
Baby Mama. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Same.
Yep. So it is as follows. Iron Man, definitely number 1. Maid of Honor, then Baby Mama.
You're well.
What I want to say, so Iron Man.
I don't know the other 2.
I don't think any of us really do. I mean, I know the movies.
Well, Baby Mama was with 30 Rock. Fucking Tina Fey.
30. Another great TV show no one talks about anymore.
You're right.
30 Rock was amazing.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were Baby Mama. That was really good.
Yes.
Maid of Honor was Michelle Monaghan and somebody else. I can't remember.
Amy Poehler.
Really?
What?
I don't like her.
You didn't like Parks and Rec?
What? Park and Rec is amazing.
It really is.
Parks
Swanson?
and Rec is...
You didn't like fucking Ron?
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about
That
her.
was his fucking...
You know what? Hold on.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
He's right. Amy Poehler in that show brings it back from like the good shit with Chris Pratt, Ron Swanson, whatever. She makes it cringy, but in a good way. Where
because
the Office
supposed to be.
Well, it's supposed to be, but the Office makes it cringy.
Hold on.
Weird
okay, so
way.
Let's draw parallels here. So Stephen Carell in The Office was funny, right? He was hilarious, certain parts, but he was cringy as fuck.
Yeah.
The majority of the time,
right? Steve Carell.
That's what she said. Steve Carell's hilarious all the time, but in The Office,
Parks and Rec.
I'm drawing parallels. So Steve Carell was like cringy. Steve said
give it a
cringy.
fruit punch. What do you want? The fruit punch.
You better fucking listen to me, both of you, right now.
You son of a bitch.
Listen, go ahead.
Steve Carell in The Office. The Office is one of the best shows of all time. Like, hands down.
I disagree.
Hands down, top 10.
I disagree.
Relax,
Office?
Steve.
The Office.
Relax.
The Office?
I'm fucking mad.
Yeah. The Office is great. Personal opinion.
I think Friends is better than The Office.
Oh, whoa.
Thank you.
Hold on. All right.
I hate Friends.
Maybe we'll talk about this in a sec. We don't need to talk about this right now.
Great.
Let's get deep. Hold on.
Yeah.
Listen to me for 2 seconds.
You okay?
Okay, so Steve Carell. So those two, Amy Poehler, Steve Carell.
This fruit punch, truly, by the way,
They're both
really good. It tastes like a popsicle.
Okay.
Yes.
Continue, Wally.
They're both cringy. Can we at least
popsicles in
agree?
here?
Can we all agree on that?
Do we have popsicles?
They can be cringy at times, often in their shows.
100%.
Randall, can I get an answer?
Found an honor palmy.
We have
Sorry,
more. I
keep
thought I
going.
drank them all.
I do like the Arnold Palms.
Oh,
that's a fucking
big
thick boy. Yeah,
I bought 8 or 10 of those.
those are good.
10.
Thick boys.
I bought 10 of those today.
We're-
We've drinking them all.
Well, we're hanging out all night. Apparently,
I'm in. Okay, so
night.
we're gonna put Metal
Back
Gear
to
Solid
where
on
I-
after this.
Keep going.
Okay.
Sorry.
I've been drawing you fucking cocksuckers.
You
I've been drawing. So these two leads of this show, they're also fucking like captains of the show.
Captains.
Have cringy. They're cringy individuals
I'm catching up,
in
boys.
the show, right? Would you agree,
I'm
Randall?
catching up.
What? Are you comparing Amy Palmer and Steve Carell?
Amy Palmer.
Yes, their
Amy
roles.
Poehler.
Their roles.
Whatever the fuck.
Their roles are cringy.
I will.
Steve Carell's 100% cringy in that
They're kind
show.
of weird.
Yeah, weird
Steve
and cringy.
Carell, I think
Don't
he
you?
is
Steve
a little
Carell's
bit worse.
more cringy than her.
Yes.
a little bit worse,
Yes.
yeah.
I will say that I
Yeah.
feel like Parks and Rec was made to be The Office in the first season,
Then they found their legs and changed
their
it.
stride.
After.
They found their
They found their stride and changed it a little bit. No, it did. That's what I'm saying.
They started catering to their cast.
Yeah,
correct. But they made the show to cater to the Office crowd and try to make the same show.
I think that's what it started off as. I agree with Steve on that.
I love them both, but the Parks and Rec whole entire series became better.
Good. What do you like more, Office or Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
Me too.
All right, hold on. So Seinfeld, Office, Parks and Rec.
Seinfeld.
Steve, hold on. I already know what you're fucking. Randall, what is your answer? Friends, Office, Parks and Rec, Seinfeld.
So I know I talk shit about Seinfeld.
Okay.
But
I want an answer.
Hold on a second.
I'm not talking to you, Steve.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Keep going. So
Parks and Rec. Seinfeld, Office.
What? Where do you put Friends there? Where do you put Friends there?
Okay.
Huh?
Are you putting Friends above Seinfeld?
That's fucking crazy.
Hold on. I want to hear what he has to say.
Putting the 4 in there?
Where do you put Friends?
Do
you put it above
Parks and
Seinfeld?
Rec, Friends, Office, Seinfeld.
Get the fuck out of my house.
If we're going to put all 4 of those in there.
Seinfeld is 4 for you?
Yeah, but if we're putting the 3 in there, Seinfeld is
Seinfeld's number 2. Office, Seinfeld for me.
I'm
100%.
going with character development.
That's only so. Hold on. Let me explain myself, because The Office had more heart than Seinfeld. That's the only reason.
Well, Seinfeld's not a heart show.
Yeah. Exactly. Seinfeld is way more wittier, in my personal opinion, than The Office. Like 100%.
Why I like it, because if you go to the last fucking episode, I apparently don't have a high IQ to understand the fucking movie.
Shut the fuck up. That caters to me personally.
Yeah,
100%. But the Seinfeld is a wittier show. If you listen to the writing of Seinfeld and everything, it's so good.
Serenity
it's
now.
It's fucking good. It's amazing.
Seinfeld is the greatest show of all time.
I won't say that, but it's sitcom. It's definitely top 2 or 3 for me personally. I can watch Seinfeld all fucking day.
Not number 1.
Number 1, Seinfeld,
no.
Home Improvement, Titus. Fight me.
I knew all those. The other 2 are weird for me.
Fight
most
me.
Other people, but I understand.
That's an entire different podcast.
That would be a good podcast, actually.
I think maybe
the best sitcom of all time.
10% of our listeners know Titus.
5%. Nobody knows what Titus is. But
Titus is
great. Any person who actually sits down and watches
your kids, Randall, watch Titus.
Watch Titus.
I'm watching you.
So you know what's really cool?
It's close. It's not that far off.
What's really cool about Titus is the copyright of the show lapsed, and during COVID, he ended up putting all Titus episodes on YouTube, his own channel. So if you want to go back and watch Titus, go to the Christopher Titus YouTube channel and watch it. It's a fucking amazing.
It's good.
Newer?
It's good.
No. 2004-ish to 2006.
It's good.
Jay Leno's on it, which is fucking
if you
funny.
ask us, newer.
If I had explained, if as a parent, if I had explained that show in a nutshell, you ever heard the analogy, or not the analogy, but you ever heard of a parent, like the way they teach, like putting a fork in a light socket? You ever heard that before?
That's me, yeah.
Yeah. Watch that fucking show then. Just watch. That's it.
Depending on how...
There's actually a scene with that, right?
Yep.
Steve, there's a scene where his dad is like, the kid is about to, Titus...
The kid, yeah, it's a flashback. He's about to
put a fork in a light socket, and I think his mother...
The dad's like, let him go.
Let him go. Do it.
And he puts it in, he goes, Bert, you learned something, didn't you?
I don't know if you know Randall. With Raylan.
There you go, Randall. Yeah,
there you go.
It's good.
So depending on how the night goes, we might watch the first episode of Titus after this. Wait.
It's really good.
So
that Malcolm in the Middle, I think, is Steve's. Like, if Steve had to pick like a fifth or fourth or a fifth, I think Bryan Cranston, Malcolm in the Middle would be.
He's so good in that show.
It's really good.
Is it the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Breaking Bad.
And then that 70s show's up there with me as well, because growing up, people can throw The Simpsons in there, which to me is not a sitcom, but it is.
Might as well be,
that's what I'm saying. When you think about it, it really is. But growing up, that 70s show and The Simpsons were on at 10 o'clock every night on Fox 5.
Can you sing the 70s show, that 70s show theme song?
Fuck, how to get down
the street. The same old thing. I'm not going to keep fucking going. Yeah, 100%. See, exactly. That should be the testament, right?
but talk to you.
Exactly. Right. It's like humming the bass. It's like humming the bass line to fucking Seinfeld, right? It's the same fucking shit. If you can fucking phonetically put that together, yeah. 100%.
So it's fun fact. It's not a bass. It's a keyboard.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing.
Is it?
It's a keyboard.
Which is
good
why
for Sean.
Hold on, it's why it's so fucking hard to play as a human being. I've tried learning that on bass, and it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's so fucking hard.
That makes me respect Sean even more. Yeah. Sean is Wally's bass player for Hydra Effects.
Hydra Effects.
He's a sweet man too.
What a sweet.
If you're around the area, go check him out.
I have 3 good friends.
It's a good time.
2 of them are here, and then
got
Sean's
Justin Miles.
So
got Greg Bear. Got Wally Ivanhoe. And you got Sean Pastelis. And a Gunny D.
Yeah, that guy's old as fuck.
Can I talk about that for a second?
Go ahead, Steve. Let's do it. Let's do this.
I like the guy because he's very nice to me every time I see him.
Who?
Gunny D. Why
does
he play like 2 songs?
Because he can't play more than 2 songs.
But like, do you pay him to be here there?
We do.
Like, okay.
We do.
All right.
So he does sound.
Hold on.
Unloads everything, make sure everything goes well.
It's not that. It's not. It's really not that. So
if he's a cool dude, awesome.
No.
And he wants to hang out and be like his thing, awesome. But I just don't know him, so I don't know about it.
No, I'm going to explain this as well as anyone
and then
else.
We will get back into
what are we doing? Iron Man?
Where
I got a lot of fun facts for this too. So
my band, right?
Hydra Effects.
Yeah, Hydra Effects. There's 4 core groups, and there's a 5th guy who's also a core group member.
He's a member of the core
group. But what he
group.
does is
look at this motherfucker right here.
Man, what's up? I feel like I'm a drug addict. Hey, what's up, baby?
Can you do the eyebrow? Do the eyebrow.
Things.
You can't do the eyebrow?
I can't. The glasses are too big. They're Prada.
No.
The Prada.
Hey. Anyways.
I blame California.
He's arguably, I wouldn't say, I was going to say most important, but he does what Steve does for this podcast in a sense.
Okay.
So Gunny holds, I mean, I could do this, Bear could do this, but Gunny is he is the one that's like, yo guys, you need to get up here and play. You need to fucking get together. We're here. We have to drive 4 hours out of the way Saturday evening, meet here at fucking 4:30 so we can all do this. That's what he does.
So you have a group of over 30-year-olds.
Yeah. We could do this.
Gunny is the reason.
The dad. He's essentially the dad. I'm the dad.
I
am the dad of the group because I yell at people, but he's like
Gunny makes everything happen.
Exactly.
Gunny is,
and he's a sweet guy. He's old as fuck.
The actual dad of the entire band.
Yeah. He might actually be our dads.
He might because he's what?
He might
45?
be the dad. He's old. He might be my dad. I'm 33.
65?
So yeah,
45.
We're old as fuck.
You would have had me when he was like 12 or 13 then.
Yeah. He tucked me in.
Oh Jesus.
He tucked me in.
I think he kissed both of us on our foreheads.
He did. Yeah, I liked it.
We all got shithoused and he kissed me and ran on the forehead and was like, "Good night."
We went to North Carolina. Played a fucking brewery.
North Carolina.
Take
your shirt off.
North Kakalaki.
Kakalaki.
And
both of you
at the night,
I'll try.
the end of the night, Gunny tucked all of us in. Gave me
kiss you on the forehead. Yeah.
There's
what a good guy.
There's your local gossip. You fucking you mooches.
Yeah, we are in Southern Maryland for anybody playing the home game. Whatever. Back to Iron Man. The tomatometer.
Tomatometer.
What do we
Can
think
I go first?
the critics and the audience score is on the tomatometer?
Both?
Randall, who's cheating, going home and looking.
I didn't.
He's going to tell us what
it for weeks now.
For weeks, motherfucker!
I did not watch it this week.
What do you think the critics and the audience score is?
I'm going to go with 7.3.
73%.
Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
Keep me on track.
Okay.
Been at the beach all day.
The beach.
73 and 57.
57 for the audience.
Yep.
All right,
really?
Wally,
Yeah.
what
Really? 57 for the audience?
Where's the old sunglass man at?
Yo, man, I've been fucking sending these shades for
Nice
days, boy. Hey, you guys watching? You see my face right now?
For days, motherfucker.
These are Prada glasses.
You're welcome.
I would say, okay, so audience and critic, right?
Yep.
So I would say the critics for this, I'm closer to Randall for the critics, so I'll go a little bit lower. I'll go 70. And for the audience, I'm gonna go a little higher than Randall. I'm gonna go 77.
7.
I win.
All right, I'm gonna say something.
I win.
The tomatometer is fucking weird to me.
Is it retarded?
It's been weird since fucking Major League.
Sure, because they give that a 5.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
Iron Man
what?
1.
I wasn't here for that
Hold
week.
on.
What?
Yeah, they gave it a 5%.
Who gives anything a 5?
Lower than
I
the
know.
Pest.
Wait,
The
they give
Pest is like an 8.
5?
Lower
No,
than the Pest.
Yeah, the Pest was like an 8.
The intro for the Pest deserves at least a 10.
Dude.
Him in the shower singing
With, like,
deserves
6
a
other
10.
people?
That deserves a 10. I wasn't here for that, but I know that movie.
To be part of the critics of Tomatometer.
I agree.
fucking
So,
stupid.
Rotten Tomatoes critic score for Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
High as fuck, isn't it?
94.
I knew it.
yeah.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
94.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that.
Oh, you won.
I knew it. I knew that was going to
Audience score, 91.
What'd you
Fuck
guess?
me.
What'd you guess for?
Damn.
What's your number? I thought I guessed higher than you.
What's your number, boy?
It's 73 and 57?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess higher.
something
Than
like that, yeah.
Yeah, both times.
IMDb
Suck my
score,
ass.
kind of where I would think
I
it would
guess?
be. You can guess.
I'm going to guess.
you. Same thing, right?
IMDb?
No, it's not going to be
5.3.
that high. It's not going to be that high.
5.3.
So it's out of 10, yeah. 5.3?
No.
Fuck off.
Fuck no. It's got to
Fuck
be at
both of
least
you.
a 7 something.
No, fuck you. You got
High
more
6s
information.
or 7
What do you got, Wally? What do you got?
for IMDb.
IMDb, what do you got?
7.2.
7.2. IMDb score, 7.9.
Fuck me.
What? They went that high? Okay,
7.9.
cool.
I had information in front of me and I fucked it up.
You got to think, right? So,
I fucked up.
well, no. So this kicked it off. Obviously, this sold the world.
This
on
is the
Marvel.
MCU, yep.
Yeah, it sold the whole fucking world on this.
I think it made
Sold.
the entire MCU, honestly.
It kick-started
It
it.
really did.
Yeah.
Okay, so made. That's
Yes.
it's a hard term to come to.
It is, but it
did. It made
was a big thing.
Without this, could you say that the other movies would be a thing?
No.
I don't think so.
Absolutely
I really
not.
don't. I don't think so.
You have Infinity War and Endgame.
And that's in-game
And both
shit,
of
so-
those were
No,
a big
no.
thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Before
You're
that,
right.
though,
It was a big
you don't have
thing
anything.
for him because I love you 4,000.
Yeah.
3,000.
Well, so Iron Man is definitely the main character.
I love you 4,000.
Let's be real. Iron Man in Phase 1 is the main character of the MCU,
Yes.
right? So
He's the
Thinking-
only reason.
the only
That's
reason
the thing.
for it, yeah, I agree with that. So like when you break down Marvel comics, Iron Man is not anywhere close to being a huge character.
No.
But
Right?
the MCU.
But the MCU, he's the main character,
Yes.
right? So they built it around him and they built this up and did what they needed to do for it. And I don't think that might have been the original end goal for it,
No.
but it's what happened.
So
What's the
that's where
question?
my question comes in.
Okay.
Who is the first one of the Avengers for the comics?
So the
All right.
biggest
Captain America.
thing. Well, no.
Right?
So no. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
There's
America
so many
and Spider-Man are
He's
the biggest
first
Marvel.
Avenger.
He is the first
He's
Avenger.
not the first written.
Well,
There's a
so
difference.
He was the
well,
first one to
No, because
make the comics.
Spider-Man
into
was the first.
Avengers.
No, so Spider-Man was the first, right? Steve Miscolzi, correct me
No,
if
no,
I'm
no.
wrong.
So Captain America was honestly he predates Marvel Comics. He was actually in a whole nother comic series before that, and
Which
then they
was?
brought him into. I don't fucking remember what the name of it
See,
is.
I wanna know.
I could look it up, but I'm
I
not going
wanna know.
to.
I don't
Sure,
care about them. I want to
we
know.
we went over it in the Captain America actual episode we did. So if you want to actually
probably
figure
drunk
that
by
out,
then.
There you go.
maybe.
Not as drunk as you are now.
No.
Anyways, so Captain America predates Marvel Comics. They brought him
Okay.
over when they actually made Marvel Comics, and they brought Spider-Man in. Spider-Man to
Okay.
me is always the central figure
So-
of Marvel Comics.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get at. So if you're talking about written, right?
Written.
Avengers wasn't a thing till later.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you had a group of people at a point, and then they become the Avengers, Justice League style. You know, but
Justice League
Spider-Man
style.
was-
Get the fuck out of here with your DC Comics.
Spider-Man was numero uno,
Uno.
Yes.
right? Yeah. So technically, before he even knew, he was the starting captain.
Sure.
When it comes to the Avengers and leader of the Avengers, they say Captain America
But
is
like
the first
Marvel, you have
Avenger.
Blade.
What? Okay, hold on.
So we're getting somewhere else now.
Okay, real quick. So let's paint the picture of Marvel in movies. Okay,
sure.
The problem is you have to pay, or the way Marvel tried to do things
doesn't move that much when I move it there.
They had to.
It keeps moving by itself. I've been holding it.
This son of a bitch.
I got you.
They had to sell their characters to certain studios in order to get movies made. This right here, Iron Man 1. It's a money game,
whether you think it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1 is the first fully Marvel-backed movie that was ever made. So Spider-Man, Blade, whatever else that was out there, Hulk, was all had to be pitched to other studios to make. Yeah. So they had to, X-Men, they had to sell the rights to those characters to other studios in order to make them.
Such a big problem right
X-Men
now.
Before?
Exactly. X-Men was before this movie.
For me,
Hugh Jackman.
No.
Which is funny because
company.
Fox.
It's been Fox and Sony.
Yeah.
And
exactly, right.
So
and then Disney. Now.
Well, now because they bought out everybody. Yes.
X-Men that's my starter.
That's my shit too.
So it's Toby and his Spider-Man, his version of Spider-Man. Yeah, his version of Spider-Man. And then the 3 X-Men movies. Right?
Yes.
Are you the same? Because of our age group? I think it's for me, that's where I'm
I mean,
so even me.
Those are my first 3 big ones.
Toby was better.
Okay, so
I
the
love
Hulk,
Tom Holland.
The Hulk, so that Hulk with fucking Edward Norton is up there, right?
It.
No, it's good.
It's good.
It's really good.
Dude.
Anyways, but I'm just naming the movies for me in my age bracket that kind of got it all started, right? And I can see that it's like a 5 to maybe 7 or 8 year difference.
It took a while.
I talked to people that are like maybe 27, 26, and the movies that started them are different. The movies that fucking skyrocket them into the fucking canon of the new Marvel universe are different.
So me. I didn't like it until Spider-Man, but my ex-wife loved.
So did you?
What's Spider-Man though?
Did you do Spider-Man 3? Were you a Spider-Man 3? Was that your first one?
I was a Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, really?
I love them all.
Dude, Spider-Man 1 came out in 2001.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
I loved it. You would have been
Ever
a baby,
since then, that is the reason I am a Marvel person over DC. I like Marvel over DC because of the first Spider-Man.
I think everyone and that's another thing that should be discussed.
What's that?
Marvel over DC wasn't a thing. DC was fully in the lead.
Yeah.
Until Iron Man fucking debuted, right?
I'll agree
and
with
then
that.
even a little bit afterwards, DC was the shit. As kids, DC was leading 100%.
It was because of Batman.
Yeah. Oh, the animated series for all these. And then don't get me wrong, I loved Spider-Man animated series, all those animated X-Men.
Batman. What?
X-Men animated was amazing.
But that's
hum that theme song. I loved See? Miss Golsey's got it. But Marvel
I guess I'm drinking that too.
Marvel was light years behind them as a child.
Finish the drink.
I agree with that.
Was
I agree with that.
them
So to me, Marvel was animated shows during the 90s,
yes,
right?
100%.
Yep.
Where DC was the pioneer of movies
and a few animated.
Well, no, so think about it. So like you have the what's his face there with Johnny Depp? What's his name? Fucking the guy who brought the first Batman movies.
Turd bed? What are you talking about? I'm gonna go poop on your fucking comforter when you're not. Sorry,
not Amber Heard. We're not talking about Amber Heard.
Amber Turd.
Amber Turd. No, I'm talking about the guy who made the original Batman movies, Tim Burton.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
So DC was
pause. Tim Burton made those.
Yeah. What are you fucking crazy?
The first two Batman. Batman and Batman Returns is Tim Burton.
Did you watch? Have you seen the Michael Keaton Batmans?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Oh,
so what I'm trying to get at is yes, DC. Literally, the 90s was DC. Marvel didn't have anything. They made movies, but they were fucking shit. Like, go back and watch the 90s Marvel movies. There was the Amazing Spider-Man, there was Thor, there was Captain America movies. I'm not even getting to that yet. The early 90s movies, late 80s weren't very good to Marvel. But they did start turning
movies in general.
That's what I'm saying. They did start turning the tide with Blade and stuff like that. Yeah, Blade was
even
fucking
Blade.
I think that was numero uno for me.
So you had Blade and
Blade's amazing,
and it's because you don't think it's a superhero movie. Blade doesn't feel like a fucking superhero movie. It seems just like a hero vampire movie.
Dude, it honestly feels like Lethal Weapon to me. I don't know why.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Well, the cheesy action.
Yeah.
100%.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Who was the one with the horns?
The horns? Hellboy.
Yes.
That's not anything to do with any type of comic that you know.
Hellboy's good.
Hellboy's very good.
Great.
Guillermo
Marvel,
del
isn't it?
Toro.
Who's the lead in that? The guy with the face that looks...
Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
he's also in Blade 2, by the way.
And Dan,
Yes.
fucking
Dan.
what's his face did?
Sasquatch. He also plays Sasquatch.
I don't even know. What is
Sasquatch.
Hellboy?
Hellboy's... I don't know the...
Thanos.
Yeah,
No.
Did he not do
that's
Hellboy?
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he not
No.
do Hellboy?
No. He did that big furry Sasquatch guy. He was in Sons of Anarchy. He was Hellboy.
What Sasquatch guy are you talking about?
He did a thing where he was like a big hairy Sasquatch looking dude. I can't
What?
remember the name of the movie.
Hellboy is Dark Horse Comics, so
I'll
it has
find
nothing
out.
to do
so, like,
with
completely-
Marvel or DC. Yeah.
I thought that was Marvel.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
So that's
Give
on
me
me.
2
I really
I'm
do like
dumb.
the Hellboy comics,
Sorry,
and
guys.
I do like the first Hellboy movie is very good.
But
The second one's
didn't
good too, but it's not as good.
But didn't he get like involved in Marvel at some point?
No.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, he could maybe there was a crossover like episodes or comics, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there was, but
Maybe.
I don't know anything.
Sure.
I'm dumb.
Back to Iron Man.
Hugh.
Back to Iron Man. I'm going to ask,
Yes.
who is your favorite character of this movie?
Pepper.
Pepper Potts.
I love Pepper.
Why?
I want her to be my wife, and she is.
At least he's honest about it.
Is it
She's
Gwyneth Paltrow or Pepper Potts?
Pepper.
Okay.
She is very caring. When she walked down there with his birthday gift,
Yeah.
when it was his birthday,
Mm-hmm. Tony
was-
Hart.
it was
Tony
very
Hart.
sweet. She
Tony
didn't-
Stark still has a heart.
exactly.
Right.
She knew exactly what he needed to keep him going,
The biggest.
even when he didn't know
yeah.
what he needed.
Yeah, sure. The biggest problem I have with
Fuck you,
Pepper
don't say
Potts
her.
after Iron Man 3.
Iron Man.
Iron Man 3. She has the extremis now, right?
Yeah,
Nothing happens with it.
but it's deserved.
No, it's not. She's a fucking superhero. She gets in her own
does.
Iron Man fucking suit.
Cool. No,
Hold on.
But then
Here we
nothing
go.
happens.
So
Hold on.
she learned how to use the suit. That doesn't mean she's a superhero.
She didn't learn.
She
shit.
got
Learned
that
shit.
in Endgame.
In Iron Man 3, she gets the extremis built into her fucking body now, right? So she can like do all that yes.
Yeah, 100%, Randy.
And
She
nothing
just
happens.
watched everything that happened.
No,
and she
that's not
learned
true.
From Tony.
No, so
she gets the extremis. Fucking that
From
Guy
what?
Pearce kidnaps her and injects her with the extremis whatever bullshit, and she's supposed to like be the same thing, and nothing happens.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Ever
so,
since then?
Tell me.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
have a problem with this. It's going to sound insensitive.
Finish
So
your drink, Steve.
at the end, I'm
already
not a fan of things to that where you write something, right? You put something in a movie just to prove a point.
Sure.
The movie should be about a movie. It shouldn't be about anything else.
Okay.
It shouldn't be politically driven. It should be about the movie.
Yeah.
And the entertainment value.
Sure.
And the story. It should be about the fucking movie. So I watched Endgame. So hold on. So first off,
Hold on.
Infinity War
Yeah.
is amazing. You go and
It
watch
is.
Infinity War. So you go to the theater and you sit through the whole fucking thing, and the ending kicks you in the nutsack.
Yes. Because
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody dies.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
watch the next
yeah.
one.
Mark Ruffalo lets you know everyone fucking dies,
Yeah.
and then you go see Endgame, and you
Great
get to
movie.
the end, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna have a whole female event, and
Yes.
don't get me wrong. I think that it's a great thing, but
Yes.
do not force that into my brain.
Yes.
Do
If
not.
you-
It was every single
I-
female from
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah. So if you watch it back, it doesn't actually make sense because some of
It
those female
doesn't.
people are in different places fighting during
Yeah.
that fight.
None of
Yeah.
it makes sense. None of it makes fucking sense. By themselves, yes.
Cool.
Individually, by themselves, 100%. At the end, during the fight, no one's there. And how are they all together? It's not realistic. It's not. It's not.
No, it's
you
not.
fucking took me out.
I will
it's
say
one of the three things that took me out at the end of that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will say this, and
I agree.
Of the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, the only movie and the only character I fucking hate is Captain Marvel. She's so OP. She's so overpowered.
That's how she always been.
Right. I understand it, but
been.
like if you watch Endgame, she comes in and just decimates a fucking giant carrier
Where
for
was
whatever.
she?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Where are you through this whole
You
thing?
had your fucking
Thanos was
what
strong.
is it called? The fucking
Thanos was always strong,
pager.
but he was never
pager?
pager.
You're right. It's a pager. You're right.
He was never as strong as he was depicted in this.
I'll give you that.
Like prior to the Infinity Stones.
Real quick, I want to say something.
He was strong as fuck.
Yeah, wasn't he the strongest
No.
Yeah.
So
villain?
No. No.
Galactus is definitely.
It's not even that. No, there's a ton of them.
he's
There's
strong
a
too.
million
Yeah,
villains that are stronger than Thanos. He was omnipotent.
He just got
Hold on.
everything.
Okay.
That's
Hold on.
We're getting into this now.
Let's do it.
There's a lot of people stronger than Thanos. But Thanos, he had a great character arc through the shit. Like
Evil
100%. Yeah. Well, he just had a great thing. Like he fell in love with like death. There's a million different things that Thanos
evil
did.
arc.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But
helping you.
But he wasn't as big as the MCU made him out to be. He was a big bad, which was phenomenal. But I think Captain Marvel would kick his ass any day of the fucking week.
One-on-one, yes.
Any day of the fucking week would kick his ass.
Well,
there's also a million other omnipotent fucking good guys that would whoop his ass. We were watching.
Good
word.
What were we watching? Doctor Strange, right?
Which one? The first one?
The most recent
okay.
one.
Yeah.
The multiverse, right?
Multiverse of Madness.
And they brought up, and this is great because I think.
Spoiler.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, okay. So you might not know.
You're
this,
gonna
though.
learn today,
I
boy.
won't go too far. So there's like a montage of like different universes he's flying through, and you see like the Living Tribunal,
Which is obvious.
You see, yes, but you start seeing these characters, and you're like, okay, so the Marvel universe is completely expanding to all these fucking crazy heights. Oh, it gets crazy big.
That's what I like.
Love and Thunder will expand on this a little bit because Gore the God Killer is amazing.
Yeah.
It's I'm super excited for this. But what I'm saying is Thanos was not as big as
So
really Thanos was made out
wouldn't have been as big if he did not get those rings.
No, not at
Those
all.
gems.
Not even.
Sorry.
He was a tactician.
He would
Like
have been a
hands
bitch.
down, and
Captain
he was strong
Captain
as
Marvel
fuck.
would have beat the shit out of him if he didn't not have all those.
It
rings.
depends on where you go in the comic book series, but in the MCU, I think Captain America would have beat the shit out of Thanos in a heartbeat.
Marvel.
Yeah, the MCU. So
Captain
the MCU is its own thing
Captain
because if you go to the comic books, it's a little different. Because certain parts of the comic book, like there's multiple people that beat fucking Thanos' ass,
Yes.
hands down.
I can see.
Anyways,
Beating that ass.
Continue, Steve. Sorry.
I'm not a professional comic book guy, but I've read a lot and remember a few.
We're on a
I got you.
tangent.
So-
We're
so
on a
what-
tangent. Keep going.
Well, yeah,
Steve.
sure. Wally, what is your favorite character of Iron Man?
Oh, shit.
Of Iron
We
Man,
haven't gotten there. Sorry.
You
my
said
God.
yours. You said Pepper Potts.
What is
My
the
bad.
assistant? Why am I not remembering this right now?
His assistant.
What is the writer?
Potts?
The writer of the writer of the.
Happy Hogan.
Yeah.
But he's not in the movie
Well, I'm just saying-
very much.
Well, not this one.
No. So I'm talking about this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say the old cave guy, the guy that he's in the cave with. That's like the sweetest.
Yinsen.
Yeah.
So maybe this was like with the last movie that I
Jensen?
watched, where I like the discovering of like a person's humanity, right?
He did good.
This was that moment where he had in that cave where he found like he's like, okay, so I need to be more than I am right now.
And then he
that's
gave
what
his life.
Yeah, well, he gave him his life.
Yeah.
As a random individual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
Because he knew what he was doing.
Well, yeah, so I
not
was going
even-
to say my favorite character is Yinsen as well because
Yeah.
he doesn't need to do anything that he's doing.
None
for
of
him,
it.
right?
None of it.
Exactly, but
Selfless as shit.
exactly, he's helping out this guy he's never met before.
Yeah.
He literally saves Tony Stark's life.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a
when-
thing if he wasn't there.
Exactly, he hooks him up to the battery, and what did they call that? The Walking Dead or whatever, where like all that fucking
It's creeping slow to his heart. Yeah.
Exactly, amazing character.
He knew what he
And-
was doing without knowing what he was doing.
Right. And when he was just like, I want this.
Yeah.
I'm going to see my family. Like, dude, such a good scene.
And the fact that he
If
said,
you want to sell me something, make a man die that's horribly sweet and not deserving of death.
Right.
when he first met him, he said I'm gonna see my family again.
Exactly.
And
Great
then
writing.
He was
Yep.
like,
Yep.
I'm gonna see my family.
I really like the whole beginning of this movie, like how they set it up, and then they go back, and then they go back to what happens, right? Yeah. And there's a very dated scene where he's just like, throw up the gang sign. I don't care. I don't want to see it on your MySpace.
Which is so weird.
Right.
Randall, did you have a MySpace?
I did.
You're too young.
You did have a MySpace?
Really?
Did you have a top 8?
I did.
Or was it top
16?
16? Top 16
after that,
okay,
and then
Oh,
fucking
shit.
32 after that.
God damn.
It was a lot.
Was there top 32?
It was.
I don't remember that.
I don't either.
I remember having to learn HTML to like
Put on your
change
like,
my
music and
shit.
your backgrounds. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I had.
You thought you were a fucking hacker or like a coder.
Right. I had a. I remember having a Family Guy thing. So we went onto my page. It was like.
I feel like if I jumped on MySpace, and be like, oh my god, who the fuck is this?
Well, you can't now.
I can't
Weird
find
You
it.
can't.
being.
No, it's all
I've
done.
tried.
Another company bought them out, so everything's gone.
Facebook.
No.
Justin Timberlake.
Is there a least favorite character we have?
Oh. Let me
Let
think. Someone go first. Let me think about this for a second.
Steve, go first.
Pepper Potts.
What?
Oh, what?
What?
Well, if you think there's not a lot of characters in this movie.
My problem with her is her acting, and it has to come down to
fuck
Gwyneth
you.
Paltrow. In the Iron Man 2, 3, whatever she's in, she's better. But in this movie, she feels a little wooden to me.
She feels forced.
That's what I'm saying. Like her
Is it
acting
not her
just
first like big movie?
No.
She was in Shakespeare in Love. She was in like a whole bunch of other stuff. This movie to me, she just feels like she doesn't know what to do acting wise. Everybody else is having a good time. Like, fucking Robert Downey Jr. is great.
Okay.
Fucking Jeff Bridges is great. But she just feels off. I don't know.
He was
It's
the
not
bad guy, right?
Yeah. She's just not bad. She just feels different than everybody else.
Yeah.
And I think it comes down to, and I didn't put this in my fun facts, but the way the movie was made, the movie wasn't done writing when they were filming it. So a lot of these scenes were just off the cuff. She's not an actress who's an off the cuff actress. Robert Downey Jr., Jeff Bridges definitely were.
Yeah.
And so you could tell that they're just having fun making shit up on the spot. She was just a little off to me.
She was figuring it out.
Right. In the
What
scene.
she did towards the third Iron Man, she figured it out a little more.
I think we all fell in love with her slowly because she slowly fell in love with Iron Man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is a hard
Which
person to
makes
really
sense.
love.
Yeah, but again, like in the movie, she just felt she didn't feel in it. You know what I mean? Everybody else felt real.
Tight.
Yeah, everybody else felt real and in the movie. She felt like the only person to me that was acting.
Okay.
Like attempting to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What was the fucking the bad guy's name? The main baddie in the desert? He felt unnecessary as shit to me.
Raza.
Yeah, well, whoever the guy was, the main guy.
Yeah, Raza.
You know I'm talking. You guys know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I didn't need it.
The one guy who had like the scars on his face.
Not rememberable.
Compliments of Tony Stark.
It was pointless for him to be there. It could have been done by anyone. Not pointless for him to be there. But
You
I
need
feel like
that there, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, hold on. So I'm explaining this in a terrible way, but I think almost anyone could have done what he did in that movie. Like if I said, Randall, can you play his part? And
I agree 100% with you.
You know what I'm saying? You know
He's
what I'm saying?
just there.
Yeah.
Right.
His part is important, but could have been done by anyone.
Any person. Yeah.
Exactly.
You could have Jake Busey show up and be like,
Yeah. I could have put my fucking starfish as his face.
your butthole could have been like, Tony Stark.
Put alcohol on me. I can play whatever you want.
Whatever you want, baby.
Whatever you want,
I don't know if
buddy.
that's gay or not, but I kind of like it.
Whatever. Randall, do you have a least favorite
I don't.
character? All right. Well,
Honestly, I don't.
Goddamn, boy.
I thought about it. We took.
Is
I
it
distracted
really
everything.
9:28?
It's late.
Holy shit.
We're hanging and banging. Do we have a favorite part or scene in this movie?
When he comes out of the cave with the whole cannons.
The I Am Iron Man song kicks on.
Yeah.
All of us wanted it.
Why don't you play Iron Man with Hydro effects?
What the
It's a boring song.
doop.
Without the context, it's a very boring song.
Fuck you. It's a great song.
It's not
Fuck you.
boring. Shut the fuck up, Ray.
Burn NJ Lee.
My favorite scenes are definitely Tony Stark built this in a cave
with a box of scraps.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The same thing. With a box of scraps.
It's so good. You know what I mean? The other thing too is that's Peter Billingsley, the guy from A Christmas Story.
The guy, like in the lab.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and if you fast forward to Spider-Man, No Way Home, he is the guy with Mysterio who quits fucking Stark Industries.
Oh, that's deep. I gotta watch that
to get with them
now.
together to make what they're doing. He's in that movie, like, yo, fuck Stark and fuck all this shit. Yeah.
Marvel, if there's anything I praise them for, is the connect the dots. Right? They do an amazing job of bobbing and weaving their movies together.
Yep. Another good scene I liked is the airplane scene where him and Rhodey are on the fucking airplane. He's like,
the first Rhodey, not the second Rhodey?
Exactly. He's like, hey, have a drink with me. He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, no, have a drink. Have one drink. And then it cuts, and they're just fucking partying.
Who was that?
Imagine being that fucking rich to where you have a bed.
That is
in
Terrence
a jet
Howard
plane.
Yeah.
Imagine having a bed in a jet plane.
Okay, we're gonna get a little.
I mix both of them up with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wow, you're a racist.
Let it be known. Let it be known that
they're the same person. I'm gonna get even deeper here. You ready? I think Elon Musk watched this movie and tried to make himself about it.
Here we go.
Good.
Here we go.
I like it. There's fucking allegations that just came out, and people sued him about him trying to get a massage on a plane from a stewardess and like being sexually assaulted.
I'm kind of glad that during this Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing that he was kind of called out for being in the middle of like a sexual scandal with Amber Heard. Did you hear that?
I didn't know, but
he was involved.
It's going on too long.
Lusky?
But
it's great. It's great. I don't follow shit like this at all, but I've been kind of like listening in casually.
Yeah. I will say this about everybody who's like, yo, Elon Musk is such a cool human being who's like invented all this shit. He didn't invent anything. He bought things.
Which is kind of like Tony Stark for the most part.
True. His fucking father was a diamond miner, so he was brought up with
that money. 100%.
Exactly. Tesla
lost him on a fucking zombie.
Tesla was a company, and then he bought it. Sure, he made it bigger, but it was still there. Yeah. All these ideas that he's having, it's not from him. He's just taking an idea and putting money behind it.
So it's like this. This is how I look at it, right? My feeble brain, right?
A feeble brain.
I feel
I'm getting there.
I feel like Elon.
I gotta piss so bad.
He has an idea, and it's the most vague of ideas, and then all of a sudden comes all these, this is the I think a sign of a great business owner. But he hires all these people that are amazing at what they do, and they come in and they fuel his fucking brain.
Exactly. So
it's like having friends that do. It's like hiring. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to hire people to do better than what you do, and he brings all these people in that are fucking immaculate.
If you have a lot of money, put money behind people that you know will get the job done.
Yeah. So he knows how to. He knows the basis behind flying rockets.
Sure.
Yeah. Right. He knows the fundamentals for rockets.
Fundamentals.
But could he build one in his backyard?
No, we could not.
No, he would fucking. No, you know what I'm saying?
But he's got the money.
Sure. He might be able to build a really shitty rocket that flies 40 feet in the air.
So that brings.
But he hires a guy,
right?
Big Bang Theory.
that shrinks a fucking rocket into something where the fucking propulsion.
No, I started to like you,
the
Steve.
Big Bang Theory. Are you fucking talking shit about that?
I don't like it. I've tried to watch it. I don't like it.
How do you not like Big Bang Theory?
People tell me that they're reminded of the main character of that show of me.
No.
I've had three people tell me that. Yeah. What?
Who?
Shelton?
The gay guy?
Shelton?
No, not Sheldon.
I've heard people tell me that, and I'm like, all right.
No, there's no way.
This guy. Comment if you think I'm Shelton.
No. But anyways,
were we
not the main character.
Who is the main character?
He is the main character.
No, he's not.
Who's the main character?
Talking about? Have you watched
the fucking tall, skinny guy?
He's the smartest one.
He's the main character.
No, he's not.
Randall, you haven't watched this. You haven't watched the show.
I've watched the entire
thing.
Not enough.
Not enough. I disagree.
It's not your top 5 though.
I don't disagree with people often.
Were we entertained by Iron Man 1?
Yes.
Would we recommend it to our mothers?
Yes.
Me too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
My mom would. Yeah,
Me
I'm gonna
mandare.
tell her. I'm gonna tell her right up. Hey, guess what?
Fun
fact of the
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, what?
Where'd you get that from?
I added some stuff. I added some stuff to that. What?
Where'd you get it from?
I don't know.
I don't like it.
Whatever. I got a bunch of fun facts for this movie. So lean into this shit. You ready? Director Jon Favreau wanted Robert Downey Jr. because he felt the actor's past was right for the part. He commented, "The best and worst moments of Robert's life have been in the public eye. He had to find an inner balance to overcome obstacles that went far beyond his career. That's Tony Stark. Tony Stark. So Robert, hold on, brings a depth that goes beyond a comic book character having trouble in high school or can't get a girl. Favreau also felt Downey could make Stark a likable asshole, but he depicted an authentic emotional journey once he won over the audience."
I have questions for you two.
Okay.
Right. So this is a weird thing. So when you think of Iron Man prior to Robert Downey Jr., who do you envision?
Absolutely nobody but the comic book version
And that's-
that was in the 94 Spider-Man
Yeah.
Tony
show.
Stark
There's
is
no
Iron
one.
Man.
There's no
he
one.
has encompassed.
RDJ is Iron Man.
And that's the thing. Before this, and I vaguely remember this, and whoever listens to this can correct me, but I remember Iron Man being a little more pompous and more of an ass.
He is an ass.
Robert Downey Jr. brought it home a little bit, and I fell in love with him. Yeah. If you listen, so the old comic books, right? If you go back into the old comic books, he was kind of like a pretentious,
Piece of shit.
rich piece of shit.
He's still
not
kind
a
of
piece
is.
of shit. Not a piece of shit, but he was a little bit more. But
But he still kind of is.
no, he's not. He's really not. This first movie proves that.
He's
this
short
first
off
movie
in a
is
fucking I-8.
Yeah, well, this
He's
first
pompous,
movie
but he's
switches
not
it.
an asshole.
Yeah. Then that's what this whole movie is changing him into.
not, though?
This is Iron Man 1 is an origin story. If you don't think it's an
Oh, it
origin
is. Yeah,
story,
yeah,
It is.
it is.
yeah.
It is.
So this is him going from Playboy. This is him going from Batman.
Playboy
To
philanthropist.
Yeah, this is him going from Bruce Wayne to Batman. Is what he's doing.
I agree with that.
In this movie.
What a good segue into my next fun fact. I Am Iron Man was ad-libbed by Robert Downey Jr. Producer Kevin Feige approved using it in the final cut of the film and credits this with his decision to largely do away with secret identities in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Only Spider-Man conceals his identity, while Thor's alter ego, Donald Blake, is similarly not used.
Who's Donald Blake?
Which is weird.
Thor's alter ego.
This movie, when he's at the end,
Really?
Do you remember the feeling?
It's not
when
in
you
it. There's an ID card that shows Donald Blake in the first Thor movie, but past that,
when they get to
Not used.
the
How good does it feel
like real world.
when
Right.
you hear him at the end of this movie
I Am
during
Iron
the
Man.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I think that was what solidified this for me as a character, where he's like,
Meep.
he's like, I am Iron Man. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Bow,
yes.
bow, bow, bow.
it's perfect.
It
man.
really is. It
It's
really
fucking,
is.
And then at the end of the day, too, you go fucking 20, what is it, 18, 19 years later, however long it was to get to Endgame. And
Not that long, but sure.
the whole,
10 years. Let's go 10 years.
whatever, however far it was. And you watch Spider. Let's talk about Dick Randall. You watch Spider-Man, and you see the representation of how he's depicted by that whole MCU universe, like from paintings and everything. That's where that started.
Yeah.
The end of that would
agree
not
with you.
happen
I
without
agree.
him knowing, or without the world knowing that he was Iron Man.
I agree.
It's perfect. It's perfect. He is the face
For Iron
of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I think
is.
the Phase 1 face, you're right.
Phase 1. Yes. Phase 1.
Phase 2 face.
Agent
Good.
Phil Coulson, Clark Gregg.
Arguably the
God.
saddest moment next to Bucky
You're right.
in any Marvel.
He was
Anyways.
originally a much smaller part.
TV
In
show.
fact, the character at first was only called Agent. But as filming went on, Greg's chemistry with all the other cast members became apparent. They added more and more scenes. Agent Coulson would go on to appear in Iron Man 2, Thor, Avengers, Captain Marvel, and would star in a spin-off series, Agents of the S.H.I.E.L.D.
Great show.
I love that show. I'm trying to get my wife to watch it.
Wow. What the fuck is
We gotta turn Randall on some weird shit. I was thinking about Ash.
Ash vs. Evil Dead?
Yeah, I think
you need to watch it.
I like that.
You watched
Yeah,
it? Have you watched all of it?
Oh, it's so good.
I've seen it.
It's fucking amazing.
I'm into more than you think I am.
Sweet.
That's one of my favorite things is turn my friends on to weird shit.
Huh?
Chloe Bennett.
Yeah, is
She posted a butt pic the other day.
Oh, she did. Oh,
my God.
I'll watch it. Watch it. I'll look at it. This is Marvel Studios' first self-financed movie.
Good for them. It worked out.
It did. It really did.
For
In an
the
interview
entire
with Britain's
series.
Empire magazine, Robert Downey Jr. thanked Burger King for helping him get straight-edged in 2003. With a car full of drugs, he had a burger that was so disgusting, it made him rethink his life and dump the drugs in the ocean. He repeats this was his impromptu sit-down session with the press upon his return from captivity. Burger King is also promoted in the film with toys based on the movie as well as the sequel.
I knew I loved Burger
It's weird because I'm trying to think of more turnaround stories, right? Like comebacks.
That's a
you
great
hear the
fucking
term.
turnaround.
Well, you hear comeback stories for actors, and I'm trying to think. I've
Kim
heard of more,
Kardashian.
but I can't think
Kim
of any
Kim
right
Kardashian, she had
She had a good
Cum
she had
story.
cum on her back.
now. On her back.
Check coming right back.
I have hot snakes. You know when you poop and it just
Hot snakes.
I love what he's like. He's like,
love Chris Pratt.
yeah, I know, right?
Chris Pratt.
He's like, yeah, I've been wiping, and it just fucking keeps
like a
leaving
marker.
It's like a marker.
Just keeps showing up. At around 1 hour and 50 minutes, just before the final press conference, Tony Stark is reading the newspaper with a grainy amateur photograph of Iron Man on the cover. This picture is part of a video shot by onlookers hiding in a bush during initial filming that appeared on the internet in 2007.
That's gone. I finished my drink. Can I have yours?
I was giving it to you, fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ. I'm listening, Steve. I
What a
promise.
cocksman. What a cocksman.
They were in a fucking
According to Jon Favreau, when making this
Favreau.
film, there was a lot of pressure for it to succeed. This was particularly
close.
due to Marvel using the characters as collateral when they received a $525 million 7-year
Oh my
deal
God.
called a non-recourse debt facility, allowing them to make original films based on their properties. Marvel wanted to have complete creative control over their characters and build a film library and greater profit potential than the deals that they've inked in other studios owning the film rights to their characters. Marvel also changed its name to Marvel Entertainment Incorporated to establish a Hollywood presence. In the film, if the film didn't succeed, Marvel would have lost the intellectual property rights to their library. However, the waiver paid off as Iron Man's box office success
That was the longest fun fact.
enabled
Oh my God.
Marvel to kick off the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, consisting of internet.
Imagine knowing
Yeah,
or making a bet on yourself
right. This is gonna
that
be good.
large. Can I? I'm not
What do
gonna
you
show
got?
you that. I'm not
What
gonna
do you
show
got?
you. Relax, Randall.
Hold on, what do you got?
Can I show you guys something?
Let's
Can I
see
put
it.
this on the YouTube?
Do it.
You guys have
What
to
do you
watch
got?
YouTube, right? So
Look on the YouTube.
I want
the
to.
decision
Hold on, I
room.
gotta put this
Scroll down.
I'm going. Well, I'm not gonna do any further than that.
Don't.
Is it
So
titties?
I have
Got
a
a
very.
glimpse. I got a glimpse.
I got a glimpse of those warlocks. He's like, I can't believe I can't handle your 3-inch penis while this bottle of sperm is out of lube. Hold on, Steve. Can you read this in the? Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit.
Can't. I don't know. What is it? Go
Hold
back
on,
a little
hold
further. Go back a little further.
No.
No, go back.
Saturation.
Go back.
Back
Go
up
back.
a little more.
You
No,
mean like further back, like this?
I don't know. Go forward.
Forward.
What does it say? Just read it. Just read it.
Forward.
The text message says, after sending the fact that me and Randall are mildly inebriated via photo.
It'll be a photo.
I think Steve is now too, right? We've been trying to get Steve caught up. It says
good.
the first message says, and I'll read it as you maybe can see it. Hold on,
I
let
can't
it
see
focus.
that. I can't see that.
That first message says, "Want to see my boobs?"
Yes.
I want to put this up here right now because the girl.
There's only one answer to that.
This lady,
right?
And it goes further, and it says, "Well, my tan." But anyways, if you go further down, I can't show you.
I want to see it.
I got a glimpse.
I got a good glimpse of the Warlocks.
Got a glimpse of those Warlocks.
Let me get a glimpse of the Warlocks, and they go running off.
Goddamn boy.
We should review Superbad.
We already have.
What the fuck, man?
If you were to go back and look at our past movie reviews, you would see what we got.
Going to the fucking period stain on leg.
I mean, again,
That was great.
So good.
again, if you guys want to do rehashes, we can do that.
We should
We'll
just
get
fucking. When did?
Winded.
Hold on. Winded. I'm very winded. When did Ryan stop? What episode?
I don't fucking know. We could
'Cause
look
we
at
should.
it.
We should. That should be where our canon starts.
Canon starts. I
You
like
know
it.
what I'm saying? That's
You're
where
right.
the decision real actually.
If you go on
happened.
our website, we do have a section, a page that's called Our Scores, and you can look at what we scored movies. All of our episodes from episode 1 to 71 now, if you're going to listen to this, and you can see where Ryan stopped because we definitely stopped with it. Yes, I think it was like before 50, so we could do canon on that. We could. Back to my fun.
in.
It got better.
Sure.
It got better.
Sorry,
Maybe.
As I was saying before, there's things on my phone that I'm not preoccupied by.
Sure.
But I am glancing at.
Trying to creep.
Do you?
Shut the fuck
Back to the fun
also
facts,
not
though,
trying to
because I
say
definitely have a bunch for this. Jean Favreau thought of making the Ironmonger the main villain of the second film. Stain was going to be Stark's friend and confidant in the first film, but then would become his enemy in the second installment. However, Favreau was worried how to handle the Mandarin, who was to be the villain of the first film, so he decided to rework the character into a behind-the-scenes presence and make Ironmonger the first villain.
Where did the Mandarin come in?
That man is selling nothing but gold. Riding.
The Mandarin comes in the
and
third
selling.
movie. Yeah. And
Right.
then
Of
if you
Iron
watch...
Man?
Correct. Yes, in the third Iron Man movie, the Mandarin comes in. But if you... Spoilers... It's not actually the Mandarin. If you watch Shang-Chi, that's where the Mandarin actually
I'm gonna watch that
comes
when I get
in.
home today.
It's so good.
It's ridiculously
So
good.
fucking good.
You know what it reminds me of? I was
How?
thinking about this, Steve. Right? You know, so like a timely classic Disney movie,
Sure.
but in Marvel format.
Makes perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? It's got that perfect resolve. It's got it's got all ups, downs, where it levels out. It has every character arc for everyone in the fucking movie.
Yep.
It is a perfect Marvel movie.
I agree.
Where
And
does the
I have three.
Mandarin come into play?
In
What?
the third movie?
Come to pray.
Pray.
Technically, he's not there till he's been there since the beginning.
But
He's like
What?
a nerdy,
Yeah.
like weird company owner,
Of
right,
Iron Man?
Steve? Is it?
No.
is-
So if you look at Shang-Chi,
I'm trying to remember.
he's
No, Iron Man. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
So
we're talking
they
about
made
the
up.
Mandarin.
They made up the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 to
Yes,
be
but
this
the
big
actual
thing.
Mandarin. Yeah, well, the actual Mandarin is some nerdy dude with like weird fucked up teeth at the beginning that he met years and years ago.
Yeah, no. So that was
And he
Guy
slowly
Pearce.
comes-
That was
he-
Guy Pearce. But
and he
the
comes to
actual
fruition
Mandarin
afterwards.
in Marvel, if you're looking at it
Okay,
now with
from Marvel.
Shang-Chi, is a guy who found these rings, who has superpowers, who's
Yes.
been behind the scenes doing a whole bunch of stuff through
For
hundreds and
years.
hundreds of years.
Which is
What?
weird because there's 3 versions of him. So this is how you have to look at
So
it. So
you're telling me
Goddamn, I
Star
gotta pee.
Wars
what?
comes in
What?
Marvel.
Star Wars?
Marvel.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk
Hold on.
Let's talk
Hey,
Mandarin
Man-
first.
You guys
So-
talk Mandarin. I'm gonna pee.
He's
Mandarin.
going pee-pee. Okay, Randall, I'm gonna explain this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Because what the fuck? I'm thinking of
Iron Man. So you have
Mandalorian.
the actor hired as the Mandarin, right?
Yeah.
Who in my mind is him.
Who is the Mandarin?
He's the weird dude that has the weird fucking ponytail that's in the Iron Man movie. Yeah, and he's
I fucked
not
up.
actually
Sorry.
him,
Sorry.
but he was hired from not even from the actual Mandarin to
Yeah.
be the fake guy
Okay.
as the actor, and he
Yeah.
plays it, he portrays it. He's the one on the videos.
Okay.
But in the movie, it ends up being the blonde, nerdy dude. He
Yep.
looks like Australian, maybe. And they have the final showdown.
Don't disrespect
Hold on. I know. They have the final showdown in the tankers and the sea containers. And he has, which, by the way, is probably one of the most understated scenes, because it has all the iterations of the Iron Man suit.
Of what?
The Iron Man suit, like all the different versions. Not like Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's not actually all of them.
73.
But then you go and watch Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And the actual Mandarin.
Which is a great movie.
Yeah, is the guy that gets the 10 rings, it's his dad. That's the original one, who's been going like throughout time as the guy as the 10. He's been the dude that.
But he
as the 10
he didn't
rings.
have the one to like finish everything.
No, he had the rings. Have you seen that? Yeah, have you seen Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi, yeah,
it's so good. But he has all 10 rings.
Yeah,
he has 5 on both hands.
What's his face? The Rock dude.
What Rock dude? Are we talking airbending?
No, you have fucking Thor. Got the dude that made a rock.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Are you talking about the dude, the Australian guy? Or is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
I have no idea. He's not in that. He's not in that.
Shang-Chi?
He's not in Shang-Chi.
He's there with the fucking
No, he's not in
weird
Shang-Chi
worm.
at all. No, not even in the slight. He's not.
What am I thinking of?
He's not. So he appears in he's only been in one movie, and that was the Ragnarok. That's the only one he's been in. 100%.
Who are we talking about?
He's talking about the Rock guy. The Rock guy's like, this is a psycho robe. He's
the
a
other
comedic
movie
relief.
with Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, he was only in one movie.
He was in Shang-Chi.
So
He was
far.
not in Shang-Chi.
He was not in Shang-Chi.
No.
Shit.
When they were driving through the trees?
I'm trying to explain to Randall, and you probably do a better job.
You're thinking of Trevor Slattery, the guy.
Yes. And he was the Mandarin, the original one, the actor portraying the Mandarin.
Right.
And then there was the other guy who they thought the Mandarin, who wasn't at all, which is the blonde guy who had the serum.
Guy Pearce. Yep.
The serum that made him
Extremis.
Yes. And I was telling Randall, right? And this was one of my, it wasn't an issue, but I wish they kind of elaborated more. But in that Iron Man specifically, they had all the iterations of the suit. Mm-hmm. And I really wish they dove into that more, because that would have been awesome. Yeah. Right? All the different versions of the Iron Man suit would have been amazing.
Into play.
They did at the very end. They do. They all come flying in at the end.
Well, and then
like
also
Pepper Potts jumps in a few of
Yeah.
So, but then the actual Mandarin is the bad guy or the dad in Shang-Chi.
Right.
That is the real original one.
Exactly. And they show that the fact that the Mandarin wasn't what you thought he was through the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes.
And they're saying, hey, they were trying to show that this was the Mandarin, but in reality, they were fucking with you.
I have one question.
Yeah, okay.
Shang-Chi, the volcano. Not volcano, but like the wall.
Sure.
That ended up breaking.
Okay.
That's that movie, right?
Yep.
Okay.
What's the question?
That's my question.
That's not a question.
Randall's fucked up.
He's fucked up.
Can we talk? It's okay, Randall.
Whatever. I got 2 more fun facts. Okay. Ready? I don't know. This isn't 2. This is 3.
That was my question.
All right. This was the only movie for Terrence Howard to play Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodey Rhodes. Don Cheadle was brought in to assume the role commencing with Iron Man 2 in 2010. Howard was reportedly the first actor cast for Iron Man, as well as the best paid actor on set, given that Robert Downey Jr. was hardly a...
Jesus.
Excuse me.
Golsey, what the fuck?
Damn. Truly's. Robert Downey Jr. was hardly a bankable star at the time. He was promised a 3-picture deal, but claimed that he was shut out of the sequel when the studio didn't honor his contract. Although Marvel has formally commented on the issue, according to insiders, the role was recast because director Jon Favreau was reportedly unhappy with Howard's performance. Which,
thank
I don't
God
know
for
why.
Favreau, man.
Shut up. I'm trying to burp through all this. He said that often it was necessitated for reshoots with Howard. Howard himself later admitted that he declined because he was offered a much lower salary to accommodate Robert Downey Jr.'s increased paycheck.
So he came in, the lead came in lower, right? So that's what that's saying, right?
Shut up.
The lead.
I'm trying
Here
to talk.
at the decision reel, our main goal is not to just to review movies badly.
Oh my God.
But to get our fucking our main guy shithouse.
I'm trying to talk. I'm not good at talking.
Read facts of the.
He still has a Bud
do
Light
shit.
Red apple.
What was that?
To open.
Our goal is to
Bud
get
Light, Red
Steve
Apple.
drunk to the point where
Bud
he
Light,
can't
Apple.
focus.
I'm trying to focus. I'm so sorry.
You're doing a great
Here's
job.
the thing. Even with not drinking, I can't talk and I can't read.
So imagine
Me neither.
the exponential effect it has on our old Canadian Muscogee.
It's not good. It's not good.
Benny and Brent want me to do screams
Yeah, they're mildly
In the band.
retarded.
Dreams with what?
in the band.
Yeah, they can shut the fuck up.
Oh,
I'm
really?
doing it. I'm doing it.
Whatever. I want to say is that, yeah, Terrence
Fuck you,
Howard
Steve.
fucked himself
Oh, really? Why do you say that?
because
Who?
Terrence Howard, the original roadie actor,
Oh,
he was
Yeah.
supposedly offered
Yeah,
a
yeah.
3-picture deal.
Did he highball it? Was that what it
He
was?
basically, he was the highest paid
'Cause that's what I
actor in the
heard.
first movie.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in the second movie, once they were to go about to do it, he was like, "Oh, I want more money than Robert Downey Jr."
What's it called? Like
That's
what's
that-
it called? Foot. Like,
Exactly.
called-
And they basically said, "No,
yeah.
you're not the main star of the movie." And he went, "Well, fuck you guys," and declined.
I'm
And
kind of
because
glad because I like what's his name?
Don Cheadle,
Don Cheadle. Ocean's
Cheadle.
17.
Ocean's everything.
But I like him.
I don't know.
He seems like he has better comedic timing, which is what War Machine probably should be to Robert Downey Jr.
I agree
Yeah.
with that, but I don't know. I'm not a Don Cheadle fan.
I'm not,
not bad.
either. to
He's
be
not
honest.
bad, but I feel like Howard, what the fuck is his name?
Benson.
What was that? noise?
Howard,
I don't know.
whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. He felt right for the role, and because it was recasted in the way they did it, like in the second movie, he's like, Rhodey, is that you? Like, I don't know. It just felt stupid to me because it was like paying homage to the fact that it wasn't him.
Maybe War Machine wouldn't feel like as much of a comedic relief if it wasn't Don Cheadle. You know what I'm saying? Like if you envision someone else in it, maybe a more serious role.
I agree.
Are you guys like deep into the comic books?
Depending on which
One of my
comic book,
favorite
sure.
War Machine. Okay, so I'll get a little nerdy for you guys for a minute. So one of my
Get a little
favorite.
nerdy.
You guys know Punisher, right?
I love Punisher.
Yes.
Punisher's the shit.
What would you do?
The thoughts and remorse. It's so good. But War Machine, there's a crossover where the Punisher takes over War Machine.
Oh,
If you ever
yes,
get to see- I can't remember- I
yes.
can't-
I remember seeing the.
I can't remember the fucking. It's been so long, but I can't
Sure.
remember the comic book series. But the Punisher gets control of War Machine and goes on a fucking rampage, bro.
That's dope.
Yeah, and he just kills everybody. It's so good.
Yep.
Look it up when you get home. I
and
can't
so-
remember it. If there's anyone here that's like a fucking hardcore comic book guy, I apologize. But it's so good. The illustrations are
What if you
amazing.
know?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Fulfilla.
Yeah. So, well, if you look at the third movie, they do it with the Iron Patriot, right? Where
Yes.
the
Maybe that's
the
what it
one
was. It could've
extremist
been-
guy takes
yeah.
over the Iron Patriot
Yeah.
and does some crazy shit. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Look it up if you can. Obviously,
We'll
I'm
get
not as knowledgeable as I want to be, but that I remember reading that way back. Not way back, but for far enough. It's really good. Super good.
last fun fact I got.
Yep.
It took approximately 17 years to get the film into development. Originally,
Jesus Christ.
Universal Pictures was to produce the film in April of 1990. They later sold the rights to 20th Century Fox.
This is that thing we always talk about where it's like it just gets juggled.
Exactly. Later, Fox sold the rights to New Line Cinema. Finally, Marvel Studios decided to handle the creation on their own.
Imagine,
Imagine
we
if
always
you will.
talking about this. Imagine being that fucking gigantic company that lost their opportunity
They fucked
at
up.
one of the most bankable.
They fucked it up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like,
You don't
okay,
know.
you don't know,
You
right?
don't
So
know.
if they
You
made
really
the
don't.
movie, like, would it have been good?
No,
you don't know.
I always think about this, right? I do this more with casting. Like you see people like, I was offered this role as Superman.
It could
or
have
I
been
was
right.
offered this.
Right. Nick Cage could have been Superman, but would it
Exactly.
have been good?
Yeah. No.
Think-
no.
this is-
Con Air Superman. That's what I'm
Right.
talking about.
This is what I go back to. Do you remember Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it good?
No.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like nobody nobody thinks about those
Yeah.
movies
No,
when they
no,
think about
100%.
Marvel. So
100%.
like that could have been what Iron Man was in the 90s.
So, Doctor Strange. We're watching, and then you see, what was it? It's not the Secret Wars guys. What is the group of people? The universe? What is it?
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. And then you see, what's his face?
Fantastic Four. Jim from The Office.
How do you feel about that?
I was okay with it.
I am too.
I liked it. I like what they did with it. I like spaghetti.
If you get
What?
Yeah, you got to go watch it. I'm not gonna give you too much about it, Randall. But if you think
Spoilers. Spaghetti.
John Krasinski.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there. But he is the
what?
He is
Doctor Strange and the multiple.
Okay, more stuff. I'm about to nerd the fuck out of this for a minute again.
All right.
Hopefully, there's not
new
people
one?
here to correct
Yes.
me, right? There's probably people here that are like,
Whatever. Fuck it.
No, don't.
Tell us
So-
we're wrong.
Okay, so and I could have this fucking completely wrong, but he is known as the smartest human being.
In the universe, yes,
In the
and
universe.
that's what they say in the movie.
Yes, he is.
But
like
how you the smartest human being, and then you go, motherfucker's gonna open his mouth, and then she goes, no, he's not.
Exactly. He also gives birth to the most powerful, most omnipotent person in the universe. I can't remember his name.
Like a Randall's just like,
Yeah, I know. But he also gets into a huge. So you know,
we're not done yet.
So this is another thing. Last thing. So you know how have you guys watched Randall? You're fine with this. You can take your hands out of yours. Have you watched Rick and Morty?
Earmuffs.
Steve?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know the Council of Ricks.
Yeah.
There's also the comic book goes crazy, right? And what is the guy's name from the Fast? John's name? What is his name? What is his superhero name?
Krasinski.
John Krasinski.
Oh, sorry.
Fantastic Four.
Reed Richards.
Reed Richards. Yes.
So
Yeah.
the Council of Ricks was actually taken from, I think,
Oh.
the Council of Reed Richards. I think. You someone could correct me, but that's
Okay, sure.
That's where
That makes
that's
sense.
That's where Rick and Morty got their idea, and that's where the Reed Richards had all this huge thing, and then actually that's where Kane or Khan, whatever the new big bad is for the Marvel universe, kind of got also his little fucking start from.
That makes sense.
But that's where he is.
What a good.
I hope they keep him there.
I
By
do
the
too.
way,
Yeah.
I would like that.
Where are we at, Steve?
We are at final decision time.
Okay.
What do we give this out of 10? We're gonna go to Randy first because he picked it.
Iron Man.
Iron Man 1. What do we give it?
7.
Oh, okay, 7.
Yeah.
Damn. Giving it a 7. What is Wally giving it?
Oh fuck! Look at them glasses, boy.
Look at him.
I do look good. You look at? You see that?
Oof.
It's the Pradas.
It's Pradas. I got to give these back to Randall before I leave.
Nah, fuck it. Keep him.
If not, I could sell them for a new fucking amplifier.
I know, right?
$400, you
I just paid
psychopath.
for one.
Let me think. Okay, let's fucking fuck, man.
She don't
so
listen
this
to
is
this.
hard. This is one of those things, right? So it's the first, and that is always a problem
Yeah.
because then you're comparing it to everything that came afterwards,
Sure.
which tends to loosen the value.
Loosey goosey.
I'm gonna go higher with this because this is it, right? You don't have anything. I lose a lot of my worth in movies and life if this is not made.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying,
This look
Steve?
good.
I'm with you.
I
Give me.
cannot.
What do you feel? What are you feeling in the moment?
Let's go.
Out of 10.
This
1 to 10.
This is an 8, man. This is a fucking 8.
8.
I cannot not give this anything higher than this because I lose out on so much happiness without this being there. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I'm gonna
It's not
piggyback.
there.
I'm gonna piggyback on you. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this an 8 as well. You want to know why? Because this movie fucking rules. This movie sets up the MCU. It sets up everything that we've seen for the past fucking 15 years.
It's
Without this movie,
ridiculous.
you don't have any of anything.
You have to have
Right?
worth. You have to have worth behind that. And this is great that we're talking about this because I watch other movies and I don't do this. And I
Right.
need to do this
Yeah.
for other movies. Like if there's
Also-
a series or if there's like a sequel oriented group of movies, I need to take into consideration the fact that this started what I'm watching afterwards.
There's more.
Okay, so let's take it out of the fact that what happens afterwards. Let's look at it
Pretend
as by
that it's not-
itself, right?
yeah.
It's still an 8 out of 10. This movie's great.
Okay, let me think. Let me think for a second.
Think about it.
Let me
Think
think
about
Out of all the Marvels, Oh my God.
Does it have what I'm looking for? Right. So
100% it does.
It has the whole Marvels. So I'm thinking about this differently. So it has the origin story.
Yes.
The music is good.
Yes.
The scenes, that fucking scene where he's like standing there and the missiles are hitting in the background.
That's fucking the Jericho.
It has tear-jerking moments with the doctor, right?
Right.
Him going, him dying.
Oh yeah.
And it has the ending. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck my ass.
Okay,
100%. I'd get 7.5 to 8.
Suck my ass.
7 to 5 to 8. 100%.
When you look at this as a strictly origin story movie, you could sit here and say, "Oh, Spider-Man is so much better." I don't honestly think it is. I think Iron Man sets the stage for it being
perfectly casted.
Perfectly
all
casted.
Of them, all 3 people in this fucking movie, because there's no
Obadiah
there's maybe
Stane is
4
great.
arguably 4 main people, but there's only 3 that you fucking pay
Especially
attention
if you
to.
put Spider-Man into perspective with this.
I'm going to say this. This is a very
that is not perfectly casted. I love Toby, and I can't not see
I'm
him.
talking about Tom.
Oh,
Tom and Robert Downey Jr.
I don't know.
Can I say something
Go
that
ahead,
people
Steve.
are not going to like?
Yeah, go ahead. I know what you're gonna say right now.
I don't think Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man.
I know. What the fuck? 100%. Those bug eyes, Brokeback Mountain, ruin it for me. I don't want penises and butts for fucking Spider-Man.
Look, I think Kirsten Dunst is great.
Spit on your hand.
Kirsten
Get
Dunst,
that thing away from me.
don't spit. let me. Look,
No, don't worry.
Kirsten Dunst was great as Mary Jane. Everything in that movie was
that's
great.
arguable too, actually.
Everything was great. Fucking James Franco is Harry Osborn. Great.
It's all
I'm
about
something of a
Defoe.
scientist myself.
It's Defoe,
great,
Steve.
But
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You
hold
know
on.
he's the best. You
Hold
know he's
on.
the best. Go.
Tobey Maguire was not good as Spider-Man.
The bad
Not good.
guys.
Amazingly
minus-
casted.
Yes.
If we're looking at Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. is fucking Iron Man, right? So when
And
you're
no
looking at
one can
Spider-Man,
think
you're
of it
not
otherwise.
going, Tobey Maguire. You're not going Andrew
arguably
Garfield. You're
think
not going Tom Holland.
Best
You're just
Spider-
thinking,
Best Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. Andrew Garfield.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no way you. What do you think the best Spider-Man is?
Tom.
Nope.
Andrew Garfield.
It's Andrew
Hands
Garfield.
down.
If
He's
you,
the most like the 90s.
Yep. He's
when it comes to,
cracking
like, comedic
wise.
relief. Yes.
Watch the newest Spider-Man movie, right? And see what he does. He's the fucking star of that movie.
Yeah. And you can see it in the
You
new-
can-
Good. You did good, kid.
You did good.
It's
no.
not more
It's true.
apparent.
Tom is
It's
better.
true. No.
Let me tell you where this.
When they're pointing at each other,
Tom is fucking perfect for everything.
what happened was he got a weird fucking he got a bum rap. He got a bum rap.
the
in that
second
Spider-Man
movie, the first
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man was good.
Yes.
It wasn't great, but it was good. Amazing Spider-Man 2 there was too much shit in it, and they wanted to make a giant fucking MCU
Yeah,
thing with
and
this
he
with
didn't
the
get a
Sinister
third,
Six,
like the
and they
other
didn't get a
ones.
third.
Stop
You're right.
selling people more than he could play a
Toby
low
and
budget.
Tom had a third.
If you threw
Where's
all the
Andrew?
The
I
third
think about this
Spider-Man
till
was not good.
until right now, right?
Alright.
You give
I
all
like
three.
Thomas
Of them.
Hayden
It's a
Church,
shootout.
but-
It's a shootout, right?
Yeah.
You give all 3 of them.
Sure.
The three big
It's,
Spider-Mans.
it's Andrew Garfield.
and
all
you
day,
give
every
them
day.
you give them $12 million.
12.
12 to $20 million. Low CGI.
Okay.
You don't give them a ton of shit. You give them a basic script.
Basic.
And you go, hey, I want a Spider-Man movie. And I want to see which one of you makes the best one. Who do you think it's going to be? It's not going to be.
Hey, Tom, if you're listening, you got it, buddy.
He is by far the.
I doubt he is.
He's not.
He's the wittiest.
Would it be fucking wild?
He's the funniest.
Dope.
He's quick. It's like
Andrew
throwing
Garfield's
Ryan.
the best.
Yeah, he's the Ryan Reynolds of the group of Spider-Mans.
He's right.
Which is what
He is
Spider-
not.
Which is what
Yes, he
he
is.
is. That's what
Fuck
Spider-Man
you.
is. You psychopath. That's
Watch-
exactly what
okay.
he
I
is.
love Ryan, and Tom is Ryan.
No.
Yes, he is.
No,
So-
he is not. Andrew is.
No. When it comes to off the cuff, so Tom is great, right? But he's more awkward with it.
Yeah.
I would say he's more of the Steve Carell. He's more of the
Yeah.
Office.
Yeah.
The Office
Yeah.
Spider-Man. But Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield's the Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he's comedic relief,
Yep.
and he's a superhero.
Yep.
You don't
This
get
is my
further
last
than that.
episode I'm doing with the
Oh my god.
I'm fucking
I
done,
think you're being
guys.
stubborn. I think you're being stubborn. I think you're being stubborn. Everyone.
No,
I
Andrew
do.
is not
I
the
do.
best.
You don't have to think he's the best, right? I don't need you to think he's the best, but I need you to open your mind.
As
I
far
need you to learn
as
to play
good.
the fucking theremin.
I said
you know
you
what I'm
did
saying?
good, kid.
I'm going to need you to learn how to play the fucking theremin.
You did good, kid.
What it is I need my Spider-Man, and everyone's Spider-Man is different, right?
My Spider-Man is Tobey.
Which is what I'm trying to say.
Mine is Tobey.
Relax. I know I got you heated. But I know everyone
save us.
Which is like a testament to being like you like a hero, right? But my Spider-Man, and maybe it caters to my era of Spider-Man. My Spider-Man needs to be
fucking a boss.
He needs to be funny. He needs to be quick.
He needs to be Andrew Garfield.
He needs to be a hero to save us.
I'm not gonna stand here.
Which is Tobey, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
Andrew Garfield does a great job. He really does. He does a phenomenal job.
If you watch the first 15 minutes of that movie, even the first 15 minutes of the second movie, he is fucking on fire as Spider-Man.
Perfect. I hope Sony does this thing.
I've heard that they're going to make another one.
And they give him another chance.
Yep.
Because I feel like you're not going to like this.
No.
But I feel like they'll blow Tom Holland out of the fucking water. 100%.
Andrew Garfield was not bad.
He's not bad. Tom Holland's
okay, hold on.
I like
all right.
Tom more.
But if you're looking for the Iron Man casted Spider-Man, Robert Downey Jr. is to Iron Man as Andrew Garfield is to Spider-Man.
I want Randall to rank the Spider-Mans. 1, 2, 3, go.
I already know what he's going to say.
I know what he's going to say too. He's going to say Andrew 3. He's going to say fucking Tobey 2, and he's going to say fucking Tom Holland
100%. 100%. Go ahead, Randall. What were you going to say? I'd love to know. Inquiring minds,
I'm going
Randall.
1, 2, 3. All right.
All right, let's hear it.
Tom.
1.
Andrew.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Tobey's 3 for you?
I did not say Tobey was better than Andrew.
So
guess what? You're fucking wrong.
Is that because of the acting or age?
Acting.
Oh,
Tobey's
okay.
sucked. But I also loved him in Spider-Man.
That's funny.
He was my
because
first Spider-Man.
I feel like Tobey. A lot of people would praise Tobey. A lot of people are like, numero uno. I had him when I was a kid. That's all I want. I don't want anything.
I just
more.
didn't like him. I could
like
not.
His fucking bug eyes, Steve.
No, it's his mouth. It's his mouth.
Yeah.
Whatever is going on with his mouth, I just couldn't.
All
fucking
I know is I got to
see
learn
it.
that fucking dance where he's like,
right. Look at the guy. Look at the guy. Fucking emo
right
Spider-Man. All right.
I need my hair there.
So
hold on real quick.
Tobey was good. But not the best.
Not the
Steve's
best.
drunk too. I would like to say
good.
that this podcast is a success.
I'm feeling good.
Meanwhile,
I will say we're getting a little long in the tooth here.
We're at 2:06, which has been longer than normal.
We're longer than normal.
We'll go 3 hours. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, cool. We're gonna watch Titus after this.
Oh my god.
You guys, you jest. We're going upstairs and watching it. I don't give a fuck.
We got to at least get Randall the beginning of it.
Oh no, we're watching the whole first episode.
I still got to take him to his car.
Anyways, we're done here. I gave it an 8. You gave it a 7. You gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I think this movie's great. I'm very happy what we're doing here. Don't talk. I'm going to keep talking. I want
this is a
to
podcast,
keep
Randall.
going.
Shut the fuck up.
I want to keep going with this Marvel Cinematic MCU universe. I'm really liking this because as I keep watching these movies, I want to watch the next one. You know what I mean? So Randall, do your thing.
So
spit it out, baby.
I love Marvel.
Get in there, super deep boy.
Spit it out.
Yeah, spit it out, buddy. What are you doing?
I love Marvel. Iron Man was my first one to like get into the whole thing.
Sure.
I gave it a 7.
7.
These two gave it an 8.
Leonard Washington. 7.
But there's better.
Is there?
And we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Randall's gonna keep going with it, and we're gonna get to that. But before that, next week is my pick. With that, we're actually going to have a special guest next week from the Men Behind the Mitts podcast. We're going to have Josh on, and we're going to actually review a hockey movie. Yeah.
What hockey movie?
I'm a little excited about it. We're going to review Goon.
Okay, I've seen
with
that.
Sean William Scott.
Old American
fucking
Pie,
like
boy.
it. Exactly. I'm a little mad that, well, not mad, but disappointed.
You told me to watch that, and I watched that.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Brent couldn't be on because Brent is a hockey fan. He's a Washington Capitals fan.
But
he's not going to be here.
For
but you know
music.
what? He can suck a dick We're gonna have a good.
Bitch. It's fine.
We're gonna have a good episode next week. Josh is gonna be here, like I said, from the Men Behind the Mitts podcast, and it's gonna be a good time.
And I haven't been into hockey until Steve and Brent.
Well, there you go.
So
we're opening your eyes.
Steve forced me to do it.
I definitely
He didn't force me, but I was willing.
That was back when Wally had blonde hair.
I had long blonde hair.
It was amazing.
Actually.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what I said.
That was
what the
like
fuck?
2000.
All I know is I remember your parents taking us to the fucking rink and we were playing Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, on the way.
there.
In the conversion van.
In the conversion van.
Yeah, on the fucking 13-inch tube TV.
And Steve was like, it's like rollerblading, but not. And I'm like, okay. And I keep trying. I can't stop. And I just fucking hit the wall.
It was amazing. It was definitely amazing. So, yeah, next week, look out for that review. It's going to be a fun time, I think.
Yeah.
Wally's like, yeah.
I'm shit. Is the camera on me right now?
It is.
So I have been here inebriated for 2.5 hours now.
Me.
I want you to look in my eyes.
Look in my eyes.
Can you zoom in on my eyes when you do this?
I can't zoom in, but you're
oh wait, hold on. Where's the camera?
It's right there.
I got Prada glasses on.
Prada glasses.
These are
$400 glasses. $400
provided by Randell.
We're sponsored by Randall and the Prada glasses.
We're sponsored by Randall. Please show up next week.
Please.
Anyways,
yeah. Next week it's gonna be fun. Thank you for listening to The Decision Reel.
I look good
if you like what
you do.
I just looked at myself for the first time. I was like, I look good in these.
Look at this motherfucker right here. He's just chilling.
These look good. They do look
I like
good.
it. If anybody likes what Wally looks like, if Wally's looking like a boss.
I've been making Randall look
boss sauce.
We've been lifting fucking. Look at these fucking babies, boy. Anyways,
get in there, nice
like,
deep black. I don't care. Do whatever you guys got to do.
Steve looks good. Steve looks tan now that I played with the saturation on this.
I'm white as fuck, boys. I don't go outside. I don't go outside at all.
Leave his office.
You don't look less.
I don't.
You look definitely more brown. You look like you're more of an Italian color now, in opposed to like that. In opposed to like a straight like fucking basement bred Canadian.
That's where I'm at. I'm in the basement all day, every day. I don't leave this house. I don't get sunlight. What is sunlight? It's not good for you.
If I took Steve to the beach, he would fucking.
I would just
like
burn.
Yeah. It's like one of those fucking chicken sandwiches on one of those heating lamps that are red. That's what Muscolzi is. Just fucking
right?
chilling.
Whatever. It's all good. Have a good week. Thanks for listening. Give us a like, a favorite. Buy our merch. We have merch. Follow us on the social medias.
Yes.
TheDecisionReel.com. Look at that. You can see our merch. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us at The Decision Reel. Thanks for listening. Next week's going to be fun. Bye, guys.
Bye.